is a certified
Bob Sponge 10
classic.
Hello there, gamers on the internet. I would like to formally announce the fact that after 3 years, I am caught up on the One Piece anime. And so are the boys, and they're here with me again.
Oh, yeah.
What's up?
So, we're going to be doing a Wano tier list. And starting off with a super enthralling character, we have the llama guy from the prison.
Yeah, he had like a long neck with a human body.
Uh-huh. And he spit.
Yep.
Yep.
Like a bullet spit.
Yep.
You remember anything he did besides that?
I remember he spat.
Who did he spit at?
Luffy.
Ah, okay. I didn't even know that.
Yep, he spit at Luffy. Yeah. He was a guard who worked at the prison. That's about it.
Yeah, he didn't do very much.
No.
Sounds right.
Fail
Fail him? Okay.
him. Fail him.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. He's garbage.
No.
Oh,
I
what was
don't,
his name?
I don't remember.
That's the new admiral.
The new admiral who turned into a tree. And, he was going ham on the samurai and on Momonosuke.
Are you saying he got wood?
He
got wood.
he got wood. That is certainly a fact. But, then Shanks, he crippled him with his Conqueror's Hockey because it was just that good.
Yeah, he just showed up and, the dude couldn't do anything. His
Yeah.
name's Aramaki. I would have never guessed that.
Me neither.
I think, they called him, like, Green Bull. I remember that.
Okay.
Now. Cool name.
Yeah, cool name. Cool,
Cool name.
devil fruit.
Power. Oh, yeah, his power is awesome.
Yeah.
I wasn't very impressed. I mean, he got bodied pretty easily.
Yeah.
I don't feel like the other past admirals that we saw would have taken that like that.
No, I mean, yeah, I find it hard to believe that they would be totally crippled by hockey, but I don't know. I mean, Shanks
Shanks is built
his
different.
hockey is on another level, really.
So
Yeah.
Shanks is kind of cracked.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've now kind of seen a little display of power now.
right.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think you can use getting bodied by Shanks as a good measure. Because
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest. Like we already know, end of One Piece is probably going to be Luffy fighting Shanks, and he'll probably be the only one who could even have a chance of beating him.
I don't know. I feel like the end's either going to be a mixture of it's going to be like that, or Blackbeard, or Emu. I feel like the Shanks is going to be the betrayal part, possibly, but I don't. Or maybe he'll combine with Luffy and fight Emu and Blackbeard. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities.
He might, but honestly, Blackbeard's an emperor. Like he has strong devil fruits. He himself doesn't ever really seem like that great of a fighter. He just has overpowered devil fruits. And with catching hands, Blackbeard kind of gets smoked.
Oh, and he's got
Yeah.
some very
But-
overpowered devil fruits.
Getting smoked is like part of his devil fruit, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But, I mean,
think getting smoked is like-
it's just kind of like the give and take. He's going to take more damage, but if he touches somebody, he erases. They can't use his devil fruit, or they can't use their devil fruit. I mean, that's like broken right there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but my thing with it is that it's like, when I say catching the smoke, I don't mean like, oh, he's just getting hit and absorbing it. I mean, it's like when it comes to the actual fights, he's never good at fighting, and he gets bailed out by like his crewmates that he gave overpowered devil fruits to multiple times. It's like other emperors that you see, like like Kaido and Big Mom and Shanks, they just go in there and they obliterate by themselves, and then he needs backup constantly, and he's getting his butt handed to him multiple times a fight.
Yeah.
And everything, and it's like, it's absorbing the damage, but like the dude is not a good fighter. If he didn't have his devil fruits, he would have lost to Ace a long time. Like Ace would have smoked him.
Well, the whole thing about Blackbeard is not necessarily that he is like super strong fighting wise. It's that he's smart and that he's tactical about everything he does. We're getting away from the point. We're talking about Green Bull. As far as admirals go, though, this has been the most disappointing display of an admiral.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But I don't feel like admirals are on the same level as like Shanks and Big Mom or Kaido.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's keep it real though. Is Akainu or Aokiji, are they being totally crippled by Shanks not even touching them? I don't think so.
No, absolutely not. Not even Fujitora, I think, would take that.
No.
I feel like Fujitora would have done a lot better.
Yeah.
So are we going
Honestly,
B for Birch or C for Sight? Like
I don't know. I could go either way. B or C, I feel like, is the right spot.
Cider.
Yeah.
Cedar. God,
Okay.
Cedar wood.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We have Pink Guy.
Honestly, I'm
A.
kind of sad. I don't even remember his name. He was a real one.
He was a real one.
Starts with, I'm looking it up. His name starts with an A. I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, it did.
I know he was one of the ones that stayed in the present timeline, for those 20 years.
Ashura.
So even after Ashura, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So even after 20 years, he was still, pretty strong and down to go down with Kaido.
Yeah.
And he sacrificed himself. That was pretty dope.
Yeah. He lived a whole life of servitude. After after Odin died, he stayed behind and he watched over Wano that whole 20 years, and then he went out protecting his fellow samurai in his homeland.
He was a hero, man. That guy was like, I'm not like, I know he's, I'd call him more of a side character. Like he was kind of a side character, but he was.
Yeah, he wasn't one of like,
personally. To me personally, he's one of the best side characters I think we've ever seen. It's like he had development, back when everything first happened, he fell apart. Like he stayed in Wano protecting it, but mentally he the whole incident broke him, and then was it 20 years later whenever they came back and everything, and even after all the time he manages to pull himself together enough to at least help again and try and all that. Like he's not like other side characters, he usually just kind of cry and wait for Luffy to do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for me personally, I'd say like bottom of S.
Ooh.
Samurai. S for samurai side character.
Okay.
I'd say he's being a little bit lower. I don't feel like he's S tier material. I feel like he deserves
not even bottom.
I feel like top of A max would be where I would put him. I did like him.
Yeah.
I don't think he was one of my favorite though, as far as the samurai go. I did enjoy him. But to me, there was at least two that I liked more than him.
Yeah.
I figured the sacrifice would be enough to just push him into the very, very bottom of S.
I'll be honest, there's someone who made a sacrifice of the samurai that I quite enjoyed a lot more.
Sanji.
No, fuck Sanji. we'll talk about his ass when we get there.
Uh-huh.
Alright, here's the... Oh,
Cameron,
this was
do you
the
agree,
dude...
though?
Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Like... Yeah. I mean, we can reevaluate.
Stay in A?
We can reevaluate at the end.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
This dude.
He was like the warden of the prison.
Warden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got...
Evie Dongo.
Yeah. He's got bodied, and then he got Kibi Dongo'd.
I throw his ass in F where it belongs.
Huh?
Yeah, a child turned him into a sex slave, put him in F.
What?
A 6-year-old turned him into a sex slave. He had no chance.
Okay. I must have missed
I
that
fucking
part.
hated that squirrel. I don't even want to talk about that squirrel.
You want to throw her in?
I hated that thing.
She was fucking annoying, and all
Yeah.
she did was spread, information.
Yeah.
Dude, she caused single-handedly like 10 extra episodes of Wano just by like the camera
Talking.
cutting to her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just cutting to her talking. I got so sick of
Yeah.
her.
Just telling us exactly what we just saw.
Man.
Basil Hawkins.
Talk about a fucking L.
I know.
It was just a major L. The whole season, like the whole of Wano.
Yeah. He just took
I
one
mean-
L after another.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have that gumption like Kid did, and then he just coped and seethed about it.
Yeah.
And
He's a wiener.
he
I mean,
But-
he was gonna make an alliance with Kid and Apu,
uh-huh.
and then Kaido showed up, and he just gave up.
He gave up instantly, and he subjected himself, and
Yeah, Apu did too,
he still lost.
Yeah.
He subjected himself for no reason. Pathetic.
Who did he lose? It was not Kid, not Killer.
Killer.
It was Killer. He lost to Killer in the end,
Yeah.
but he captured Law and still lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Law does have a pretty overpowered devil fruit, and he is really, really smart, and his devil fruit can do a lot of stuff that's really hard to deal with. And I mean, Killer almost got checkmated. He just took the L because Killer realized, he was like, oh, the damage transfers exactly where it happens, and he remembered Kid just didn't have an arm
Yeah.
on that side, and that's how he took him down. So it's like, I mean, until that very moment, like whenever it took Killer to the very end to finally realize that
He
one
still
weakness.
figured him out.
He did, but I
Yeah.
mean, he was catching hands until that point. Like, Hawkins did kind of have him until that point, and I think the reason I like Hawkins is because like every pirate you see in One Piece, they're super cocky. They're like, I'm the best, I'm the strongest, I'm number one, whatever. And he's like one of the first, at least of the worst generation that I think we've seen, who's like who realizes that he's like, oh, I'm not shit, so he just joins somebody else because he's a coward. That's like his whole character. And I think I liked it as a kid. Like, I liked it as a reference point, as opposed to it's like Kid, Law, and Luffy. They're all like, oh, I'm the best, I'm gonna get the One Piece, I'm the number one. And then he's like, I'm garbage, I can't do this. So he
But that
joins
type of guy
somebody.
shouldn't even be a captain in the first place.
Oh no, not at all. That's why he joined Kaido, because he's not captain material. So he joined a different pirate crew because he's not good enough on it. Like, I just felt like it was a nice change from, everybody that you see thinks they're the best to this guy who knows he's not the best kind of deal. But yeah, I mean, the dude did catch out and was just kind of waiting for him to finally get beat. I really don't like the no eyebrows thing either.
Yeah.
I thought those were his eyebrows.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I figured they were like
Gang.
tattoos or something.
Gang
could be.
tattoos. Those are his teardrops.
Uh-huh.
What do you call it? DC.
I think D. He just doesn't have that dog in him. That's why he'll never find the One Piece.
Exactly.
He'll never know it's real.
Uh-huh. We have this is Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
Ugh.
I hate
Throw where
this
it
dude.
belongs.
Yep.
I vaguely remembered him.
Yeah.
F for fat.
Yeah.
Shoot. How do I not remember this guy's name? Shanks' first man,
Yeah.
first mate.
What?
It's time to go find the One Piece.
Yeah. Did he do anything?
Oi.
What's his name?
Beckman.
Yeah, Van Beckman. That's what it was.
Did he do anything in Wano?
No, he just kind of hung out, and I don't know. I don't remember if this was before or after Wano or like during Wano, but he said it's time to go find the One Piece, Shanks. Or Shanks says it's time to go find the One Piece, Ben.
That was like at the end of Wano.
Yeah,
That was
that's
when,
about it.
Yeah.
Ben, he's just, emanates aura.
Mhm.
That's the term everyone's using now. Like he's got like plus 1 million aura just by being there.
Uh-huh.
Other than that, he didn't really do anything.
Isn't
Even
Aura
post Wano, he didn't do anything.
right? Isn't Aura just like swag?
I guess I don't know. He just looks dope.
Yeah. How about B for Beckman?
B for Beckman. That works for me.
All right. I forgot this guy's name.
Beppo.
Beppo.
Yeah.
Yep.
What did he do?
He was a
Nothing?
panda bear thing.
He's a polar bear.
Polar bear is a polar bear.
Okay.
He
Did he
tried to
even
throw
do anything?
hands. I think he was wasn't he with the group that was fighting with Chopper against Queen, and he was trying to throw hands, but
Yeah.
who is it?
Yeah.
No, was it Chopper's group or was it Robin's group?
Robin
was
didn't
with-
really have a group.
Robin
I
didn't have a
didn't
group.
think.
It was just her and Brooke.
In the end, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was her and Brooke,
he
but I
didn't
thought there
even
was
do
some other.
anything, like before the Onigashima. Like I don't think he did anything.
Yeah.
He was a part of one of the groups that was fighting, and he was trying to throw hands. He just wasn't. He's just not very strong.
He's probably just with his boys.
Yeah.
Trying.
That C for panda.
Okay.
Even
mean
though he's
polar
a
bear?
Yeah.
I can't. I'd have to actually go to the episodes to see who he was fighting with, like who they were fighting.
I think he was just with his boys fighting. He wasn't in the
Probably.
submarine. I know that. I think he was on the island.
Yeah.
He was, and I remember whatever fight he was in. I'm pretty sure he lost, and somebody else came in and saved him.
Yeah, something like that.
A big mama.
And what a good picture for her,
Yeah.
too, She was an absolute unit.
Yeah. She's going ham.
You could tell in Whole Cake she didn't even really try.
Right.
She really tried in Wano.
Oh yeah, and she lost her memory, and then we got to watch her with Otaka, and got like 97 flashbacks of eating
Yeah,
red bean
that was
soup,
so
and,
annoying. I hated all that shit.
and I can't wait
I
to
just
get
want
to
to
her.
let's forget about that. Let's just talk about the cool Big Mom.
Yeah.
Actually, would you mind if we put Big Mom down for a second? Just went ahead and grabbed Otaka and just dropped her an F real quick, because I see her down there, right above Sanji. I see her right
We need
above
to talk
Sanji.
about that
Well,
one.
I'm not
okay?
putting her an F, but we can talk about
Yeah.
her if you really want to. Where is she?
Hey,
we can-
I want to get straight to her. I got to get that off my chest. Let's get
Okay,
right above
Where
no,
is she?
hold up. Let me, before you go on a rant about how terrible she was was the sole reason why a lot of them won the war. She turned all of the animal guys against him. She was the #1 weakness
She's
for
right
Kaido's
above
army.
Sanji.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
She did way more than
She did way
half
more
the
than most
Straw
of the
Hats.
other side characters.
Yeah.
No, but the
Where
flashbacks
is she?
just ruin it for
Yeah,
me. It's
so
she's right
fucking
above
annoying.
Sanji. Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
She is really annoying, and her power is just kind of. Yeah, exactly. But she's the whole reason they won, like, the war in the war of the people.
I did like
Yeah.
watching her get tortured. Like I did like watching her get her face pulled with pliers, because it was like it was like see, that character was the manifestation of me after back for the 14th time. So it was cathartic to see her get tortured. And I know she's the sole reason they won, but dude, the flashbacks, it was enough to where it made me pretty much hate her as much as any of the other characters I hate, regardless of how helpful she was.
Oh yeah, by the end I was like, pressing the arrow key to kind of skip whatever flashback she was looking at.
Yes,
I mean,
every time
I dealt with it for
time-
5 fucking years. I know.
every time there was like a wife, and it was never just the part where she ate it. It was the part of them getting it and sitting down, and then her taking the bite, and then the whole drawn out thing. It was to like waste 9 minutes. 9 minutes of the episode, like every single time, and then because it would be that, and then it'd be like 5 minutes of Luffy, like, oh, Thomas, she's gonna be able to eat every day, and I'm like, yeah, we know, and then they just, God, and then it would like flash back to her looking at Luffy like while they were riding on the dog, like, oh, he's like Ace. It's like, yeah, I wonder why, and, ugh. God, she was annoying. I say D for Kibi Dongo.
Okay. Counterpoint. I didn't watch any of those flashbacks. I started skipping them as soon as they happened.
Exactly. Every
So-
time I saw the white flash, I would just hit skip.
So what do you think, Kevin?
Well, I was not near as annoyed with her because I was skipping the flashbacks. You know, I thought
I
she
watched
was.
most of them.
I thought, well, I mean, you only have yourself to blame on that one, really. I
Yeah.
thought she was pretty helpful. I don't know.
Where'd you put her?
I'll put her like B.
That's good enough for me.
Okay. Now back to Big
Now
Mom.
we go get to Big Mom.
Yeah.
The absolute menace.
Yeah.
Olin.
Lin Lin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, she got destroyed by a kid in law, but not after absolutely beating the shit out of him.
Right.
Yeah, she was cracked this time though, dude. It was really cool to actually see her like full on fight and not like whole cake where she would just kind of scream.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely had the right plan because if they had kept her and Kaido together, they definitely probably wouldn't have won the war.
Oh, no.
Splitting them up was absolutely the best thing to do.
Oh yeah, dude, they were crazy together. Like she alone was already a lot for them to handle, and then when they got together, it was absolutely insane.
And I thought the way they got her away from Kaido was also really good. Like they almost drowned her ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of ridiculous that what was it, the fire that saved her?
Yeah.
Jumped in the water.
How was the
and
fire
thundered.
able to jump in the water? That was just that was ridiculous, man.
I'm sure if they explained it, they'd be like, "Oh, well, it just burned hot enough to evaporate the water before it could get extinguished." I'm like, wasn't it like a devil? Wasn't he like part of a devil fruit thing? So wouldn't water make him just kind of go paralyzed too?
He's
Like he exists because of the
yeah.
devil fruit.
He has Big Mom's soul.
That's kind of, it's hard to think. I don't know, maybe. Because it's just part of her soul. I don't know
Right.
if that transfers to, whatever her soul is in.
Yeah. Well,
We never really got that explanation, I guess.
I mean, the souls, they can't use the soul fruit, so maybe they don't have the devil fruit itself.
But he was a giant ball of fire going into the ocean.
Yeah, that still shouldn't have worked.
No, that part shouldn't have worked. But her showing off the full power of her devil fruit was very cool.
Yeah.
She was definitely a threat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she was locked in. She had her food. I mean, she was going ham.
Yeah, she had her red beam
Yeah.
soup or whatever. Flashbacks with Otama, and then
Yeah.
she went ham.
Yep.
I'd say personally ass,
Yeah.
just because of how cool, how good of a character she was.
Oh, yeah.
After we got to Onigashima, not before. We'll ignore that part.
Yeah.
That was all
That
stupid.
part was. Yeah. Her beating up Queen was kind of funny, though, I thought,
Oh yeah, that was
at
funny.
the prison.
I don't even know who that is.
Me neither. Man, he looks familiar. I don't remember.
Was he just one of the villagers that was laughing?
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
give
what it
him
looks
an
like.
F. Gay.
I'm gonna. There we go. All right.
Oh,
I got
baddie
this
spider chick.
big chick. Yep.
She was a baddie.
You know what? Normally, I get on to Sanji. I give him a hard time, but in this one particular instance, I kind of get it.
I still don't give him excuses like that. I don't let him get out of that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, shit, he could have just left.
Yeah, he
didn't-
could
didn't
have
have
left.
He didn't have to stay and get his ass beat
Right.
to then scream for help and then get help. I thought she was pretty cool though.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have seen Robin's devil fruit baddie form.
Yeah, we wouldn't have seen Robin go ham.
Yeah. But
Carter, you got any
I mean-
thoughts?
Yeah. I don't really have much thoughts. She was a baddie.
Yeah,
Spider
that's about it.
beat Sanji's ass, so I kind of like that part about her too.
Uh-huh.
B or A is fine with me.
You want to go B for baddie?
B for baddie.
All right.
B for bad. I'm taking care of laundry. Sorry.
Okay.
This guy wasn't this guy just the guy who had a gorilla, like a
Yeah,
like
he
the
had a
full
gorilla
top
on
half
his
of
arm.
a gorilla for a hand?
Yes.
That
he,
dude.
he got Kiwi dongoed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny how they did some of the like animal hybrid combinations because it was like a tested like a devil fruit that was created. So seeing some of the not so great transformations was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And that guy was definitely the funniest.
Yeah. Now,
I mean,
my personal favorite, I think they only showed it for like a second, but it was a guy who had a hamster for a hand, and that was his devil fruit. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. This is a guy with a hamster for a hand.
Let me see. Yeah, it does. It's just one hand, and he's got the top half of a hamster. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah, those smile devil fruits just weren't the greatest, you know.
No.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That guy also had he was useful and he had a funny devil fruit because he had a gorilla for a hand.
Yeah.
The guy with a hamster for a hand, he was useless.
True.
I'd put him in C just because it was funny.
Okay. Now we got Brooke.
Brooke.
He didn't do as much this time as he did last time, for sure.
Well, yeah, he was #1 MVP in Whole Cake Island, so
Yeah.
they had to give him an off season, you know,
Yeah.
let the other characters have a chance to shine.
Right.
I mean, let's see, what did he
He
pretended to be a skeleton,
Yeah.
which he is a skeleton.
Yep. Pretended to be
And
dead.
once he got to Onigashima, he just fought some chicks.
Yeah, he fought some chicks. Pretty much gave Robin back up,
Yeah,
and he carried her out of there when the building was on fire.
he saved Robin.
Yeah.
That's good enough for me.
That's good enough for me, too.
B for Brooke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we
What
have
the hell? Oh, Buggy. I
Buggy.
guess Buggy and them were in the
in the
flashbacks as
flashback.
well as
Yeah.
like 957, 958, the two great episodes where they stopped the 7 warlords from being a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, who was it that pulled? It was the vice admiral that pulled up on him. The one I always see but I've never actually seen do anything really
Right.
with the big ponytail and like the beard.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
he probably
I'm
got
sure I
away.
would know if I saw him.
Yeah, he definitely got away.
Yeah,
Kid
I mean,
Kid Buggy was, I don't know, stupid as he is.
yeah, he's dumb as usual. But adult Buggy, you know, he just does what he does. He just
He just
slides
does
on
what
through.
he does.
Yeah.
Do they go over? I mean, he was in past Wano, right? So far, or what?
Past.
I can't remember if he was in one of the episodes or not.
What do you mean?
Post Wano, was he in Post Wano?
Yeah.
That's right. Have they showed that whole thing yet? I don't remember.
Yeah.
With Crocodile
With him and
Mihawk?
Crocodile and Mihawk, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they have.
That's hilarious
Yeah.
to me. I love that.
Yeah. Oh, they announced it before they left Wano that he's an emperor now.
Yeah. Now he's one of the 4 emperors.
Yeah.
He lied his way all the way to the top.
Uh-huh.
You know, it could be Buggy in the end finds the One Piece before Luffy.
Yeah.
It's all potential. I put him, I don't know. He's doing pretty good for himself right now, but he really
is.
didn't do a whole lot.
He's doing well now, but he didn't do much back then. He got sick and kept Shanks from seeing him and Shanks from seeing Laugh Tale.
Yeah, that was something I had heard. Somebody like theorized about Laugh Tale, like because as they were getting closer to it, that
Mm-hmm.
people with the devil fruits got sick. I don't know how true that is because really we didn't know if anyone else on Roger's crew had a devil fruit besides Buggy. But I
Well,
mean that could be a potential one.
yeah.
But I don't know.
Okay.
C or D?
See.
What are you thinking B? I saw you floating around there.
I think I'd rather put him in C.
Yeah.
I mean,
At least
Buggy's
he's
still a
doing
good
well
character. Yeah. This guy. Once again, he showed up and
Throw his ass in there. Fuck him.
yeah.
I hate seeing him every time.
I
don't know how
dude,
they just decided to keep him since Fishman Island.
Yeah, how do they keep bringing this guy back? And he keeps like he got the key, but or did he get? What did he get?
I'm back.
He shoved something in his body.
I don't remember. We're
I don't
talking about
remember.
Caribou, and the bottom of F guy.
Yeah.
That he keeps just coming back.
Didn't he shove like food in his body, like the giant thing of red bean
Oh yeah,
soup
that's
that
what it was.
Big Mom
It was
after?
food. Yeah,
I can agree with Buggy and C. I don't remember that blonde guy. Big Mom at S. I also agree with. She was a fantastic villain. Brooke only got B. And
He didn't
bottom
do
of
much this time.
You put him under the Kibi Dongo girl.
He didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, he didn't do anything really.
He helped Robin.
Also,
Yeah.
we know that. We noted that. That's why he was as high as he was. All right. This was his off season after Whole Cake.
He's saying, what was it, Binks's Brew? He's saying it for like the 27th time, dude. 27th time was the highlight.
But the blonde guy in C, we put him up there just because he was the funniest one of all the animal guys. He was the one that had his whole right arm was a gorilla.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that, dude.
That was the funniest one of all the smile fruits. Of course, well, Cameron told me there was like one frame where there was a guy that had a hamster for a hand. And I looked it up, and that was pretty funny. He was the most useful one that was funny.
Yeah.
Caribou F tier.
I fucking hate his ass.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, every time I see the dude on, he's been around since Fishman Island, and it's the same thing every time. He just sucks things into his body, and then he tries to get away with people.
I said the same thing, but he's been around since Sabaody. He was in the very beginning of after the time skip.
After the time skip, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, because he snuck onto their ship.
Yeah, so he's been there since the beginning, and he just won't go away.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. Like they needed to either just have a big fight where he either wins or loses, or just get rid of him.
He ain't gonna leave. He's probably still gonna come back. He never leaves.
I think Jordan's messaging me because he's in the other chat.
Yeah, I know. I already talked to him.
All right.
Carrot.
Honestly, disappointing.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
From after Whole Cake and the whole Sulong form.
Right.
To see her actually struggle against Peros was kind of disappointing.
True. Yeah.
I don't know. She was a big letdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Sulong forms were, every time I showed them, they were normally really, really strong. Like even her, when she used it the first time, she was cracked, and then when she went up against Peros, like this was supposed to be like the whole revenge thing. Like she takes him down and. Yeah. All is right, everything's good now, and then it's just like, oh no, she loses.
But no, then she lost, and she had to get the cat guy to bail her out.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, so
they did her dirty. C for Carrot.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. I was going to say D, screw her. She didn't do much.
Yeah.
Spider Girl from Big Mom's crew.
This chick.
What did she do?
She's one of the Big Mom kids. All they did in the whole arc was they rode up the waterfall and they got kicked down. And
I didn't even know she did anything.
Rode up the waterfall
she was in the last arc.
And then they got kicked down again. And that's it. Well, she didn't do anything. She was just on the ship that got kicked off the island.
Let's just throw her down at the bottom. She was in the last arc, but I don't even remember her.
I'm going to move all of Big Mom's kids. Oh, wait, no, she's not one of Big Mom's kids.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't know. She was one of the samurai. She was like one of the.
Oh, one of the evil ones.
No,
No,
she
one
was
of the
like
good
one of
ones.
the territory leaders.
Yeah.
Like
I
one of the
remember
bosses. Yeah. But
Oh wait, we got Paris Sparrow.
Paris
F.
Sparrow. F.
It's just
I've never liked him.
Not
Me
Look at
neither.
well-
Look at the two tongue guys at the end of F.
I know we had him
Yeah.
at the very bottom almost last time, but
Uh-huh.
does he belong below Caribou? I think Caribou
Yes.
belongs at the bottom for this arc.
I don't
mean-
know. They're close.
I mean, Caribou doing his thing, or lickety lick.
He died. So that was a
Oh.
good thing.
Yeah, true. At least we won't
you
see him
think
again.
You think Oda killed them off? They're cut. They'll big bomb pirates will come
Him?
out and be like, "Oh, we survived."
Him for sure. Him for sure died. That was like the whole point
Yeah.
of their fight.
This
I don't know.
lady.
She was a baddie, so at least throw her in D.
Okay.
D for dick down.
Fuck the mouse. F for fuck the mouse.
I was gonna
Yep.
say mouse. D
Yep.
for dick down.
Whoa, he doesn't belong. He's not that bad.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
I'd say move the squirrel girl down under the bat dude. Yeah.
Okay.
Spider guy.
Scorpion
Scorpion dude.
guy.
Scorpion. Was it? Oh shit! Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Scorpion.
I mean, what did
Yeah.
he do?
Yeah.
He got Kibi
yeah.
Dongoed, I think.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Like
Fuck his
all of them did, dude. Top of F for fuck his ass.
Fuck his ass.
Okay. So,
All
see,
the-
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying, dude. Otama, she went off. She was Kibi Dongoing people left and right.
Yeah, she's keeping all those people down in F.
Yeah.
She yeah,
See,
like
Carter? She did.
I know she went off. I was never saying she didn't go off. It was just the flashbacks got annoying, and then some of these characters, like some of these wardens and everything, like they could have had some bigger fights, could have done bigger stuff, but they just got Kibi Dongo like right away. So it's like they were just there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is this?
This evil samurai guy. That was one of the evil samurai guys. That was a part of the
yeah.
squad trying to take down Robin.
Yeah.
He was annoying too.
I didn't like
Yeah.
his face.
Right.
D for dick down.
You think he belongs
Is that what
there?
D means?
Look, I mean, look at the people we got in D. We got Hawkins in D. Does he belong at that level? Hell no. Put him in F. Fuck his ass. Oh, he wasn't that bad.
It's gonna be quicker to just move these two at the very end after this.
Yeah, that's true.
After we're done. Okay, we got this guy.
This guy I liked.
I like this guy a lot.
This guy
This dude
was good.
awesome.
This guy I did like. I'll be honest, I didn't know that he was that Denjiro. I didn't know he was Denjiro from
Yeah.
the flashback until he revealed himself later.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
that was
Dude,
that was a cool reveal for sure.
He tweaked so hard he contorted his face
Yeah.
permanently.
His hair turned
He hated. Yeah.
Yeah.
He hated Kaido and Orochi so much that he disfigured his face.
Like I knew he wasn't on their side because like there were so many times he was with Orochi. It was just the face he would make, like the way he would act, and kind of how he would interact with some of the
Yeah.
people that he was supposed to be again,st
Well,
and
also,
everything. Like
yeah. Well, really, the fact that he supposedly killed blue hair girl,
Yeah.
Momonosuke's sister, and then like in the next episode she's fine. You know, that
Yeah.
was
Oh,
a pretty dead giveaway that something was up.
oh no, there's I mean
Well, I knew
even-
he was a good guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just didn't know he was going to be that guy.
Oh yeah,
I was
me
gonna say,
neither.
Flashback.
I was gonna say before that thing, like before the fake death thing, like I knew something was going on with him, but yeah, I had no idea it was gonna be the other dude. Didn't know he just tweaked that hard.
Yeah,
He really tweaked hard at that.
But I mean,
He did.
he went off on his fights too. Like he
Yeah.
was usually holding his own in his fights.
oh yeah,
Yeah, he even clashed with Zoro when that one guy got killed, and he seemed to hold his own against Zoro for a little while.
yeah.
I don't know,
And
I'm
then he
good
got
with
the finishing
that.
blow on Orochi.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Got the M there.
I think S tier, honestly.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I would have said yeah, top of A, bottom of S. Like
Yeah.
I feel like most of the samurai are gonna end up. Most of the Akazaya 9 are gonna end up around there.
Yeah,
Mhm. Is that
I can't tell who this is.
Usopp?
This? No, that's not Usopp.
I don't know. I just see that little hat on top.
I'm looking.
Is that guy like a hippo guy?
Yes. Yeah, that's a guy with a. Yeah, that's a hippo.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't even remember.
Me neither.
Did Usopp ride the hippo? Oh wait, no, yeah, he was in the hippo's mouth.
Yeah.
No, that's just the guy was in the hippo's mouth.
Yeah, it was the guy in the hippo's mouth, and then like his
Yeah.
legs were coming out of the bottom of the mouth, and those are the teeth above it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I don't even remember.
Me neither. Y'all want to go D?
F.
I don't know. I don't even think he belongs in D. I don't think
He
he
got
belongs on the list.
He got Kibi Dongo. I was just gonna put him with the rest of the Kibi Dongo.
Yeah, but at least I remembered the rest of them.
Yeah.
Like I vaguely remember them. I don't even remember that guy.
Oh, white beard.
Whitebeard.
Oh,
Dude.
prime.
Whitebeard is prime.
Dude.
Got that flashback.
What a beast.
Him and Roger's clash
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was all we got, right? Well, and him traveling with
Traveling with Odin.
Odin.
Yeah.
And his face when he was annoyed.
Yeah,
Right.
And,
that was funny.
Yeah.
that was good.
That was like where they started showing off the clashes that don't touch they don't actually touch. You know, where they first introduced like Ryu,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right.
and that was a pretty dope. I'd just say throw him an A with Roger.
Yeah. Yeah, him and where's Roger?
He's on the first row. Yeah.
Roger,
Yeah.
we got to talk about him
Yep.
for a second because he's finally like a character.
Yeah.
Dude is ripped. Those
And now
abs.
we know, based on Odin's backstory, he wouldn't have been able to do it without Odin.
That's right.
You know, it goes. I mean, that like brings all the stuff back all the way from like Sky Island.
Sky Island, yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
like how was he able to read the poneglyphs? Well,
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Yep.
But
And who
Odin
wrote
did.
the message saying it was from Roger on that golden thing next to the poneglyph? It was Odin.
Right.
Odin was there the whole time, and we never even knew it.
Yep.
Yeah, I just loved it. I thought it was a lot of. From what I heard, a lot of people were complaining about Odin's backstory, saying it was too long and that it shouldn't have been that long. But
What?
I
There
really
was-
enjoyed it.
Dude, that
There
was
was
like
so
one of
much
the
to
best
cover.
parts. That was
yeah,
awesome.
I didn't. Of
You
all
got
the
all the-
episodes in Wano, I felt like those 12 episodes weren't really that much of filler. It was more context to Odin's backstory.
Oh, that's not filler. I mean, that's like backstory for Odin and Gold Roger.
Well, I'm
and
talking about
Whitebeard.
like episode filler, like where they just
Yeah.
talk about nothing pretty much. I felt like all of Odin's
Oh.
episodes were actually good episodes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was like there was stuff happening the entire time, and there was just like that. Like yeah, his backstory took a while to tell, but there was so much to tell, and he was like connected to so many major parts of One Piece that it had to show how he was connected to them.
Yeah.
Also,
Where's
side
Odin?
note, I want to talk about how Brooks' afro is the same color as the background on the tier list, so it just looks like a skull on the tier list,
Yeah.
True.
just sitting there with its own
But,
no blocks, nothing.
Odin's backstory also got us introduced to like all of the other samurai. You know, it really got
Yeah.
us to understand him.
True.
You want to? I'm guessing you want to talk about Odin. I loved Odin.
Well, I mean,
Well, he
we've been
was-
talking about him.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
he was
true.
great.
Oh, he was fantastic, dude. I mean, he was Shogun because like he cared about Wano, but it's like he didn't want to be in charge of everything. It seemed like
Mhm.
he just did it because he had to, but he cared about Wano
Yeah. He's like
and all.
he's like George Washington, you know.
It's like he didn't care about Wano, but then when he came back and Kaido had taken over, he cared about Wano enough to dance naked in the streets for years.
Right.
Uh,
You know, I respected the guy a lot.
standing and boiling oil for an hour straight,
Yeah.
holding his entire squad on his
Yeah.
shoulders.
I mean, Odin, he was just built different.
Oh, yeah.
Odin wouldn't be Odin if it wasn't boiled.
Yep.
Yep.
True.
So true.
What a quote.
Yeah.
Honestly, would we put him under the under Dinjiro and Big Mom?
No.
No, I'd put him at top.
Yeah, Odin was a fantastic character. That was like one of the best side characters that they've introduced to One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ever.
And one that's not even alive.
Yeah, it was just
Right.
the history of him was
Oh, yeah.
so good. He didn't even have to be there. Ah, all right,
Yeah.
Captain Kidd,
Captain Kidd.
Eustace.
He's still relevant all the way up through Wano.
Right.
I liked him.
I did too.
I do like Kid. He's a fun character. I like when he's on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He finally got to fully show off. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The only thing I have to say is his crew is pathetically weak compared to him.
True.
Dude, it's
except for Killer.
Except for Killer.
Not even. It's not even close, man. At least the Straw Hats, at least, you know, like Zoro and Sanji, and then like everybody's pretty strong or can do something. Most of his crew, besides him and Killer, just seem completely useless, and like they're just there so he can say he's a captain.
Yeah. Well, there is a guy who can breathe fire.
Yeah, but that ain't really
Frankie
amazing in the world of One Piece.
True. Yeah, Frankie can breathe fire. And do
a million
other things.
I did really like his awakened devil fruit power, where like he could repel.
Yeah.
That was like a big help in the separation of Big Mom and Kaido.
Yeah. Well, was the repelling the awakened part, or was it the fact that he could make Big Mom a magnet?
Yeah, that he can make other things magnetic.
Well, I think that was part of the repelling. He made her a magnet, and
well, he could repel already.
He like swapped the poles and made her repel against him. Like that was part of it. He made her a magnet, and he repelled her away.
Yeah.
You know.
I was gonna say, cause like if you get two things that are magnetic, it's like they'll stick to each other. But I think that was the thing, is that he could make things that weren't metal. He could give them magnetic charges.
Right.
Yeah. And he repelled her off the cliff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic. I mean, he blasted her. If it wasn't for the stupid sun thing, that would have been the end of Big Mom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He would have killed Big Mom in one move, and it would have that. I feel like that's how that should have ended.
And then he had this epic cannon.
Yeah.
I mean, do we want to talk about, you know, the him versus Shanks thing? Because I really do think, you know, that's at least worth talking about.
What, all 7 seconds of it?
I mean, but truly, honestly, no, I give Kid all the credit here, all right? Shanks saw the future, all right?
Right.
He saw Kid was about to wipe out his entire fucking fleet, so he knew if he didn't do something that instant, there was going to be a bunch of people die. I mean, he saw Kid as a genuine threat.
Yeah.
Though he got one shot, Kid, he was shown to be a big enough threat that Shanks had to do something personal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he took out an emperor.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
3 billion.
That whole scene was just awesome.
I loved it.
It was. Would we call it like? Would it be that Shanks was just so strong that he one-shot Kid, or was it that Kid just wasn't expecting Shanks to do that?
Well, so I think it's a combination.
Because it's like, you know, whenever. Like, I was like, he was fighting Big Mom and Kaido. He was taking licks from them and everything. I mean, he still got back up. So that's what I was wondering. Was it like that the power difference was so insane, or it's just he straight up was not expecting it, and that's the only reason he lost? And if he had been ready for that, like ready for Shanks to show up to fight like that, would he have lasted longer?
I think it's mainly that he didn't expect it.
Yeah.
I think he would have been able to fight Shanks, obviously not win because it's Shanks. I think they did it better in the manga as far as these, like, how instantaneous it was. Because it was like one frame, he was like, oh shit, something's about to happen. Then the next frame, he's on top of Kid, like, one-shotting him. They did, like, you know, to make it a little bit longer and more cinematic, they did, like, the run-up in the anime. But in the manga, the way I see it, it was so instantaneous, Kid didn't even see him coming. Like, he just appeared in front of him and did like the Gold Roger move on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what was it? Divine Departure?
That's what I thought, yeah.
Divine Departure.
That's the way I see that. So he literally didn't even see him coming, and Shanks took him and Killer out in that one attack.
Yeah.
Gold Roger, too. Can we talk about how he's like the first pirate in One Piece that actually talks like a pirate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Divine Departure.
And I just loved seeing their interactions with, you know, the Whitebeard crew. Like, they fought for 3 days straight and then they just partied.
Uh-huh.
You know, that's how actual pirates should be, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Gold Roger is a real nigga. For sure.
But I would say S tier, I don't know. Do you guys think he belongs above Big Mom or below Big Mom? That's where I would put him, somewhere in there.
I don't know, man. They were both real. That's the problem this season is that when it comes to S tier, there's only like a couple that are solidified. Like this person's gonna be like at the top or near it, but the rest of them, they were all really, really good.
Yeah. Wano was a good arc. All 5 years of it, the longest, you know.
Yeah.
I'd say him and Big Mom exactly the same. It's like even though they'll be one above the other, I'd say exactly the same level personally.
I agree. Well, this person is
want to
not even a character.
F for festival.
Both of those. I don't even know who that is.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Was that not X-Drake?
That?
No.
Oh no, that wasn't
No.
X-Drake. No, I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that.
Is X-Drake in the list? I've actually never seen him. Yeah, he is. He's next to Yamato and Yamato.
Let's say he had to be in there. He had a big part.
I know. That's why I was making sure because I never saw him earlier.
Super
Frankie.
Now,
I don't know.
Personally, I was a little bit disappointed by his fight. There could have been more to it. That's all I'll say.
I think was it me and you, Cameron, that was talking about him, Toby Ropo.
Yeah.
As a member of Toby Ropo, Frankie's fight seemed a little one-sided. I felt like it could have been a lot better. You know. But Frankie, whooped his ass.
Well, I mean, Frankie's just a beast.
Dude, Frankie
you all know that.
Frankie has hands.
Yeah.
I just wish it was a little bit more. I like seeing Frankie.
Yeah.
I want to see more Frankie.
Love Frankie.
It could have
But
been
as
more
far
of
as
that.
this, arc goes, I think top of B,
Yeah.
bottom of A. Unfortunately, they didn't show him off as well as past seasons. But
True.
he's still Frankie.
Yeah.
I
He's
will
still
say
a beast.
Like Frankie's, you guys know he's my favorite character, but the whole his fight was. I'm not gonna lie, it was like the first time that I was kind of happy that Frankie's main thing was over and they could move on to the other stuff. It was just so compared to everybody else, it was what he was doing was just so uninteresting this arc.
Where is that guy anyway? We might as well just rate him while we're at it.
2 over from Sanji next to pink-haired girl. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, we might as well just throw him in I don't know, D or something. What was his name? Sasaki or something?
I don't know.
I just knew him as Tony Ropo dude, whatever.
I don't know, but all the other of all the Toby Ropo people, he was the least, interesting.
Yeah, and he should have been. He should have been so good. I mean, he was a Triceratops. That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's just disappointing.
They were like, "Oh, Triceratops, ultimate defense," and Frankie's like, "Here's my robot." Fight's over.
Yeah, one shot, boom.
Yeah.
Big forehead, dude.
Yeah.
Big head.
Big earlobe, dude. That was just ridiculous with him and Raizo fighting. Where Raizo had the scroll and he had his earlobes.
Yeah. That was funny.
That was hilarious.
It was, but that dude was like, he was so annoying. The samurai that stayed to help Orochi, I didn't really like many of them. They were all really annoying.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we help the Shogun. It's like, even though they know the Shogun's trying to destroy the entire country, they're like, nope, we stand with him.
Yeah.
Well, they would have gotten high standing positions at least with a destroyed country.
True.
And hell, they even stayed with Kaido after Kaido supposedly killed the guy. Like, they killed the Shogun. It's like, will you stay with me as I destroy your entire homeland,
They're like, well, you're the number one. Yeah, they were like Basil, how it's just like, oh, wow, I'm not. They're like, wow, I'm nothing. I'm just going to stick with the really strong guy then.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Yeah, pathetic. Boring.
Throw him an F.
Alright.
Fuck him.
We have Gazelle Man.
I mean, he just got Kibi Dongoed and ran around a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be said for a lot of them.
I'd say anything we got Kibi
Yeah,
Dong.
go ahead and throw Giraffe Guy with him while he's right there.
Yeah, the draft dude.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Giraffe Dude did help Kinemon and the girl who's actually a dude get out of there.
Yeah, but it was because he got Kibi Dongoed.
Yeah.
The dude you thought was a girl.
The dude who looks and sounds and acts like a girl, yeah. Silly me.
Voice acted by a girl, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to anime.
Welcome to anime.
Yeah, I guess.
The
CP0.
Zero dude. Who smoked him?
Is this the one who grabbed Luffy's arm?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kaido smoked him.
Yeah, because he messed up their fight, and
Yeah.
Kaido was not happy.
Yeah.
Technically, he was also the guy who killed Iso
Yeah.
as well. I didn't like him very much. I thought he was cool when he stopped Luffy, but I mean, he knew what he had coming when Kaido turned on him.
Yeah.
He just
yeah.
stood there and took it. He didn't even try.
No,
He knew he was dead.
he did his job, and
You know,
yeah,
I don't know. That's what I don't like about these government people. You know, they do their
Yeah,
jobs even though they know they're about to die because of it.
They're like, oh, this is wrong, this is terrible, but this is what they told me to do, so I have no choice but to do it.
yeah. Well,
But he
that's
gave us
just-
Gear 5, so that's the positive.
Yeah.
So top of D.
Yeah, bottom.
Bottom of D.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of the fire-breathing guy, there he is.
Yeah.
Kid F for fire.
F for fire.
Fair
That's
enough.
all he did.
I don't know. All of Kid's crewmates were garbage,
Yeah.
There's the
except
Cloud
for
Girl.
Killer.
Cloud Girl.
Hella
I thought that was
or
funny.
something was
Yeah.
her name.
That's pretty funny. With yeah, and then her and the fire guy they combined to make like the super attack. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I thought she was definitely better than the other Cloud guy. It was
Zeus.
like an upgraded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
better than
Zeus.
Zeus.
Yeah.
It's Zeus. His big mom calls him. Yeah,
Right.
she was cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good way to finally get rid of him for Big Mom and actually solidify him with Nami
Right.
because he kept leaving.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, the back and forth thing had been happening since Whole Cake.
I know.
Yeah.
I was getting so tired of it. So I was happy that they finally just were like, all right, it's done. Like no
Yeah.
more flip flopping.
Yeah,
B for baddie.
be for bad.
Right.
See,
C
I
for
don't think she
clown
belongs.
baddie.
with the tier of people in B.
No.
Yeah.
Just know you got Frankie in B, so they have to at least be equal to Wano Frankie.
Yeah.
Kiwi Dongo Monkey that we saw like 2 times.
Yeah.
D.
D.
He's better than the Fs.
He's
is
better than
better-
the other Kibidongos.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was just a giant ape and he beat things up. He was simple.
Same
so it wasn't
same with
terrible.
the dog.
He was an ape with the
He's
sword.
near the end. Near the
Yeah.
end of the top row. Same with the dog. Just throw him with him
Uh,
next to Momonosuke.
Okay.
There
Yeah.
you go.
all right. Now we got I
Wait,
keep forgetting this woman's name.
Momonosuke's sister.
Yes.
That's not the sister, isn't it? Isn't that the mom?
That is
No,
the
that's
sister.
the
The
sister.
one we thought was the sister is the mom.
Right.
She's got turquoise hair, whereas Momonosuke's sister's got blue hair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the eyebrows too.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think she has like the sister's thicker eyebrows. She played the same song on that guitar.
Yeah.
So it was good the first couple of times, but dude, it was every time they were like, "Oh, can you Kumurasaki?" That's what they
what it
would
was.
call her.
Yeah.
That's what they called her. I don't remember what her actual name was, but they were like Kumurasaki's like, "Oh, can you play for me or whatever?" She said, "Okay," and then just sat down and played the same song that she's already played 30 times,
Well,
and then they would like,
okay. I mean, let's
She
not.
went undercover for 20 years.
Yeah. And
No,
let's
I'm
not
complaining.
judge people
No.
too hard for playing the same song over and over again, because remember, when you say
Yeah,
that, you're
Brooke.
disparaging Brooke. So,
"Oh yeah, no, I'm getting tired of hearing the same one every single time." But it's
I
like,
never get tired.
I will say that was the only thing about her that I thought got annoying was how she was wearing she would put on the mask and then start playing the little guitar thing,
Mhm.
and it would just be like, "Oh, Kumurasaki's gonna perform," and then she would just sit down and play the same song, and everybody would act like it's the first time they've heard it every single time, and I'm like, see, Brooks' song, it's at least a shanty, like it's a shanty that you're supposed to sing along with. Hers was like, imagine I played piano and then I just played like Moonlight Sonata, and then like after 5 years of playing Moonlight Sonata, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna perform for you guys. And I sit down and just play the same song you've heard every time.
Oh, I would love that. Moonlight Sonata is fucking fire.
I like the
I mean,
banjo.
yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, like I like the band that I like the the Asian banjo, the gook banjo, but
Yeah.
edit that part out. But
He's already got the end with it.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
it,
but-
though.
Yeah, but he said it out of respect. I said it.
He's
is
Zoro's
degrading.
baddie, all right. We got to give her at least
Yeah.
a B for baddie because he's.
Oh,
Zoro's girl
that's
now.
true.
she's a baddie. Like she did do the undercover thing. I liked her as a character. I just
Mhm.
wish they would have put. It was like Otama. I wish they would have just stopped doing the flashback. It was the equivalent of the flashback, except it was happening in present time every single time.
Yeah.
It just felt like
She was-
a way for them to just waste time because I think Wano was caught up to the manga for years, and it felt like I think they needed to like waste time to not because they had nothing to work with, so they would fill it with flashbacks and then her
Yeah.
just playing the same song every time. Ugh. All
This
right.
guy.
Like,
He's the one who tortured Otama.
S tier.
Uh,
Well, I guess you could put him at least above the Kibidango boys.
So,
Right.
Jonathan, he kidnaps and tortures children. Your spirit animal.
He's me
Yeah.
for real.
That's literally. Have you put yourself at D?
Yes.
yeah.
I mean, he did give us Luffy absolutely smacking the chops off of him with a fire punch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You wouldn't put him above Basil.
Nah.
I don't know. I did like watching Basil get his arm cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we have
Oh,
the
the
old
old
man.
man.
He taught Luffy, Wano hockey.
I would
Real
put him
low.
at least in A. I thought he was. I mean, he's the reason why Luffy ended up being so strong
Jonathan's mic
before
cut
the
out, I'll say
Kaido
A.
fight.
Yeah.
You know, he was in the flashbacks. He went through a lot those 20 years.
Oh yeah. He's just an
What was
old
his
man,
name?
but helping the next
I
generation.
remember. Old man.
What was his
We just called him
name?
old man. Like
He
did
was-
all those guys.
He was Haguro or something, the flower, because he was the Yakuza guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was. I think it was
It's like-
actually Hagura.
It was like Hyogoro.
Yeah,
Hyoguro.
that's
what-
what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I liked him a lot. He was a really good character.
Yeah.
I'm go with A tier on him.
Now we got Dog.
Yeah. I would rank both of the Dog Storm and Cat Storm together. I mean, them in
Okay.
the backstory was cool,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, I expected more from them as well.
Yeah.
Their fight with Jack wasn't as, great as I was expecting it to be, or hoping it would be.
True.
Yeah, they were. When it came to the backstory stuff, they were just kind of there.
Yeah, they were kind of just there, but
They just showed up.
they did get the finishing blow on two strong people
He got the
this-
finishing blow
so
on
long.
Jack.
on Jack.
The other
Yeah.
guy got the finishing blow on Perón.
Paraspera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the Sulong form. Getting Sulong forms of them was really nice. It was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that they weren't helpful, but I mean, I think they just kind of like threw hands for a fight or two, and then, that was about it.
Yeah.
Like they were still good. They just didn't really. They haven't really done anything crazy impressive except the Sulong form since
Yeah.
Zoe.
Yeah.
Well, they still did more than anybody in B tier, I would say.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, like they're still definitely A tier.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah, that's fine.
This
Um,
Iso
Izo.
got done dirty.
Yeah, really.
Dude, like one of these white beard, like a first string, like the starting running back for Whitebeard, and the dude gets taken out by some government scrub as easily as he did. I'm like, dude should have. I really feel like dude shouldn't have died there.
This guy, he was like my second favorite.
Oh, this dude was awesome. He was
Mhm.
of the
cracked. I just
samurai. To me, this was one of the two guys that would be above Denjiro for me, as far
Okay.
as what I liked.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
his sacrifice was good. I don't know. I felt like
Mhm.
they could have dragged the fight a little bit longer, but it seemed like, I don't know, for him, it seemed like a really quick fight. But I mean, it was like a trade with
Yeah.
CP0.
Right.
Like he traded with CP0 in an instant, which I thought was pretty cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was just felt like they were just so. It felt like in terms of riding, they were just so quick to kill him off, and I was like, dude, definitely should have been around a bit longer than he was. But what he did do was fantastic.
I mean, he was in the War of the Best with with Whitebeard's crew.
Yeah.
He was there with Luffy and Ace back then. So I mean, he's been around a while. I don't know. I felt like the way he went out seemed fair enough.
Yeah.
It was CP0.
Like he at least didn't just outright lose.
Yeah, he traded with a government agent.
Oh, I could accept that as. I wish he had won the fight and that we get a little more from him because it felt like we just didn't get a whole lot with him.
Yeah.
I'm still happy with what we did get though.
Yeah, I did like him a lot.
Oh, he earned that spot absolutely. What the heck is that thing? The next thing?
That's Jack.
That's Jack.
Ugh.
It's just him knocked over.
Yeah.
I didn't like Jack.
Me neither.
I never liked Jack since the beginning.
He should have died from. He should have died from the elephant trunk.
True.
Yeah.
Should have just been the end of him.
Well, the only reason he didn't was because he was a fish man. He sunk to the bottom of the ocean and then he just chilled there till Kaido picked him up.
Yeah, and I thought that was stupid. I was like, he didn't look like a fish man at all until his mask broke, and then he just had like fish man teeth, and it's like that's. It felt like the only reason he was a fish man was so that he could survive getting hit by the trunk, and that was it. There was never any other time it was. I mean, yeah, but there was never any other time him being a fish man was relevant. It was just like, oh, that's just why he survived getting knocked 23 miles across the ocean.
Yeah. But I mean, it makes sense. He was really the first fish man we saw with a devil fruit like that. Because I mean, it's really useless for a fish man to have a devil fruit.
There's Horty, or not Horty. There was the creepy guy that wanted the child.
Right.
Vanderdecken.
Yes.
He had a devil fruit.
Yeah. He did.
Oh yeah, I don't even remember them.
Yeah, he had to live in like an air bubble.
Oh yeah, I do remember him. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about this guy, Cameron?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree with y'all. It was satisfying watching him lose.
Oh, it was. The dude was honestly he was kind of a scrub. He was.
Yeah.
He got his ass handed to him pretty much every time he fought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still above the Kipidongo people though.
Yeah.
This dude.
Drove submarine.
Oh, this is a dude. Yeah, he's part of
Submarine.
Law's crew.
D for driver.
Sure.
Okay.
He saved Luffy.
Yeah.
C for
I guess.
to C maybe bottom of C because he.
Nah, I would just leave him where he's at. That's why he's not in the F.
Yeah.
Jinbei.
Jinbei finally part of the crew.
Officially.
Yeah.
Officially a straw hat.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And his fight is pretty quick, but I mean Jinbei, he's just that good.
Oh, the dude's cracked.
For a guy that was, in the government and was seemed like he should have been really strong and was kind of hyped up during that Onigashima, Jinbei just whooped his ass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jinbei was a warlord. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like, the governmental positions like Cypherpole would be above some of the warlords.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the warlords definitely were not all created equal, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, that is for sure.
Oh,
and he was a part of CP9, which would have been the lowest of the governmental guys.
Yeah.
But Jinbei, really dope. Love him.
Yeah.
CP9 was the lowest? I thought CP9 was high up.
No, CP9 is the lowest. Goes by number. CP0 is like the highest of the Cypherpole guys.
Well, CP9, they were like the secret ones, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I can understand for... Yeah, I mean, I could understand for, like, CP 1 through 8, but CP9 I feel like would be better than them.
Yeah, I thought it'd be like CP9 was like second highest, and then 0 was just... I thought 0 was just like that extra... That was like the Celestial Dragons selected government people.
Yeah.
That could be.
And the... I mean, I guess it makes... I mean, I guess like 9 being the weakest, and like the closer to 0 you get, it's stronger. It would make sense as to why Luffy could smoke him pre-time skip. But
I do remember them saying something about them being like the undercover ones that would go undercover for years to do jobs. I do remember that when they were introducing them.
We're getting off track of Jinbei though.
Oh, A tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jinbei. I mean, it was like everybody knows Jinbei's strong. He's always been strong. It was expected. I feel like he performed at expectations.
And I do like how surprised, like when he was like saying he was joining the crew, how surprised Kid and Law were just because of how big of a name Jinbei is in the pirate world. They never would have expected it.
See?
Might as well rate who's who while we were talking about him. He's the bottom right near Drake.
Okay.
I was a little disappointed in him.
Yeah.
But he was still pretty cool.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He I don't know.
He lost Luffy's devil fruit to Shanks and them.
Yeah.
Which is why he got kicked out of Cypher Pole.
True.
I did like that part of his backstory. That part was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was the most interesting part of it.
Yeah.
That's where people, I think, say started making the joke about like Lucky Roo being like the fastest character in One Piece because they say he was the one that stole the devil fruit from Who's Who. So they say like Lucky Roo was secretly like the fastest character in One Piece for some reason.
Okay.
Because I think it was him that actually stole the devil fruit from the ship.
Okay.
You know, like the really fat guy in Shanks' crew.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Did they ever actually show them stealing the devil fruit?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. But I think they said in like the early episodes that Lucky Roo was the one that found it or took it, something like that.
Okay, I don't remember that.
I vaguely remember it, but I think that's why they were saying that. But
that
was a TikTok I watched like a couple years ago. So who knows if that was right.
Well, that was like 1,100 episodes ago. So
yeah.
And you don't remember it?
Yeah, and silly me.
I'm fine with that guy. Wasn't this the one that got smoked by Izo?
No, this was the only guy that left.
Yeah, this is the one who survived.
The guy who got smoked is in between Marco and Gear 5 Luffy.
Oh, it's the green dude got smoked. Okay.
Yeah, this guy was just the only one who left. He just sat, chilled, and had a good time.
Yep.
He didn't really do anything.
I mean, I think he finished off Izo. I don't know. I think Izo, they traded.
Kind of gave us this play-by-play, honestly.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see him again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. They cut to him playing like chess or something, and he would go over like the whole situation of Wano as like a recap.
Right.
Kind of strategizing and shit.
Yeah,
they seemed to be like the ones who were in charge of the CP0 agents who were there.
Yeah.
Dude really had the Reddit moderator vibes going on.
Okay.
Chestnut checker. Yeah.
C tier's fine.
Okay. Now Kaido.
Man, what a beast!
Yeah.
I think he definitely earned his title of strongest in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Although we haven't seen as much from Shanks, but he was definitely a beast.
Yeah.
Oh, the dude was absolutely crazy. He earned his Emperor title.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that I thought was interesting was they never like revealed like an awakened form of his, which I thought was interesting when they were talking about like awakened forms originally. You know.
Yeah.
They were saying he was the one that was talking about it, and I think his personality is right why he didn't awaken his devil fruit, right? Like, obviously they said you have to have like the mind and body to fully awaken. So obviously he was powerful enough But I think his like whole depression and drunkenness and all of that was why he didn't have the mind to fully awaken his devil fruit.
Yeah.
At least that's my thought why we didn't get an awakened Kaido.
Well, that's
I think
true.
that would have been even more broken.
I mean, our introduction to him was him trying to kill himself, so
Yes. Yeah.
you know.
Unless they considered the whenever he was like a dragon man, like he wasn't a full dragon, but he was just like a dude that looked like a dragon, like that form of his fruit. Unless they considered
That's
his
just his
awakened
hybrid form. You know, we saw
Yeah.
that. We see that with every one of those animal dudes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Like
Like-
Lucci and Chopper.
Yeah.
You know, he's got those different forms. That was just a human dragon hybrid.
Yeah, I thought he had the little smoke thing around his neck though, and I thought that was usually the
Well, that was just
Like
like
the
his
awakening.
dragon
That
clouds.
was just his dragon clouds.
that was like the ring around his neck, like what Lucci has in Egghead.
No, that is
No.
actually a Devil Fruit Awakening. I have my own thoughts about that. I think you know when you saw the that's like a Zoan thing, the clouds. I think the white ring is like a natural awakening. I'm thinking something like the black ring. They probably got some sort of technology now that like forces awakenings or something in devil fruits. I think that's what the black ring may possibly be. I think that's why Lucci's was black.
Okay.
That's my thought. But Kaido was a great character.
Yeah.
He's a great final boss to you know the build up since the beginning of the time skip.
He was, and I really liked his. I did really like his personality because it made him seem like this huge, like, oh, he's gonna be super serious and everything, and then the dude's just wasted and crying all the time.
Yeah. I mean, power wise, he did show off. You know, he knocked out Luffy like 5 times.
Oh, dude, power wise, he was crazy.
Yeah.
And I like that his backstory was the biggest complaint I had about Big Mom's backstory is like her parents were both humans, nothing weird about them, and then it's like, oh, she was born just ginormous and literally unbeatable, and she was beating all these elders for no reason, like all these battle-hardened warriors that were twice, 3 times her size couldn't beat a 5-year-old Big Mom for literally no reason. But when Kaido was younger, he was getting whipped and beat and everything. It's like he wasn't unbeatable.
And he's an actual giant.
Yeah, he's an ogre, and he wasn't just born for like ginormous and unbeatable for literally no reason.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that about his backstory. I liked his backstory a lot more than Big Mom's. Big Mom's was just kind of annoying, except for where she ate those kids. That was really funny.
Yeah.
Typical land whale activities.
Yeah. So true.
This guy, I don't remember.
Kawamatsu.
I don't know. He had a cool introduction,
Uh-huh.
like in the snowy area, and the backstory with him and Momonosuke's sister. But once they got to Onigashima, he kind of fell off with all the other, you know,
True.
non-important characters.
Yeah.
He was a kappa.
Yeah, what is that? He kept saying
I
that.
don't know.
Frog dude, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
some Japanese thing.
Okay.
It's like frog people or something.
Yeah, I mean he wasn't weak, but yeah, like you said, once I got to Onigashima, he really just was.
Kind of forgotten about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it almost felt like it's like I didn't see him for a really long time. They just kind of like threw him in. It's like, oh, he's in this fight. I was like, oh, okay. So there he is.
Yeah.
It's like other people it kind of focused on and followed, and then him, it was just every now and then it would just like pop over to him, and he was in the middle of something that somebody else was doing. It was never really about him. Granted, they got his personal thing out of the way before it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'd still say like he's A tier because I mean he was taking care of. I wish I could remember.
Momonosuke's sister.
Yeah, I wish I could remember her actual name.
Somebody look it up. I can't do it because I got
I'll
the
look
screen
it up.
right here.
I'm doing it.
But yeah, everything before Onigashima was good with him.
Hiyori.
Okay.
Yeah, he already.
I mean, the dude really helped move things along. Like with Hiyori, he saved her, like in the past. Everything he's always kind of watching over.
Right.
Or they felt like a lot of the events, it's kind of like the same thing. It's like Otama. It's like a lot of the events would not have gone how they did was it not for this person.
Right.
Because I think Hiyori opened a lot of weaknesses, especially in what's it, Orochi.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was the main reason they could really start getting in his head and everything is because they had her on the inside distracting him and everything, and that was kind of the reason they could get in his head and set up things that they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where is Orochi? Is he here? Oh, yeah.
He's next to Tanjiro. God, his head was huge. I didn't like that.
No, I didn't like him at all. Alright, Cameron, this is all you.
Okay, so they have this dude who looks and acts and sounds like a girl. Yeah, he got his arm cut off. That was pretty cool. I don't know.
Fully up to you.
Fully up to me. Okay. I mean, I keep wanting to call him her, but I'll put in with the rest of the
With the other samurai.
the other samurai in A tier.
Yeah.
I got Killer.
I love Killer.
You know, he went through the ringer, man.
Yeah. He fucked up.
Yeah.
He ate one of the smile fruits.
Mm-hmm.
And it was what I really like about One Piece, I really like whenever somebody does something or you see things happen that have like real consequences. It's because I remember pre-time skip One Piece, it seems like a lot of the stuff they did, it was just kind of like whatever, nothing really mattered much.
Mm-hmm.
So I've really liked that post time skip One Piece has been having people do things that cause major consequences like more often, like people aren't just kind of getting away with whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and
well, he did fuck up by trying to smoke with Zoro. He fucked that up. He got his ass beat.
Yeah.
Why was he doing that again? What was the point of him smoking with Zoro?
I don't know. He was just like, they were talked about it beforehand. He was just like going around killing people, and yeah, I don't really know why.
Yeah, I know he ate the thing because they told him, they were like, oh, if you eat the smile fruit, then we'll let Kid go or something. And he did it just for the chance of Kid getting to leave. And then he just started going around killing people, and I was like why?
That part didn't make sense.
I was like, yeah, he ate the smile fruit. It doesn't brainwash him. It just makes it so he laughs all the time. That's it.
Yeah.
I did enjoy his fight with Hawkins.
I did too.
I did like his roof piece contributions. He was pretty cool with Zoro and all of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fight with Hawkins was really solid, even though he was getting smacked for quite a while of it, but it was.
Yeah. Well, that was
cool.
That was only because he had Kid hostage, basically.
Yeah.
True, and then I did like seeing him dismember somebody, just rip their arm off.
Yeah.
He's still got like one of the most unique uses of like swords and blades and stuff. Spinning around like a weed whacker.
Yeah.
I do like that as well.
Just a muscled up weed whacker.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I've always liked the Killer. I always thought it was cool. I think it does kind of suck that from now on, anytime you see him, it's just going to be laughing.
I think he's dead now.
Yeah. How much are we going to be seeing him now?
Maybe that's why they killed him off, because they did that and they realized, oh, he has to be like this forever, so they just killed the entire crew off.
Yeah, my thought about that, they've never kind of displayed, an enemy getting defeated kind of like they did that. They said he got fucking, like, Kid's crew got eradicated or, like, obliterated. And to me, that being that big of a word, they're probably dead.
Oh yeah, no, it's done. Even if they survive, like they're done being pirates.
Yeah, they're fucked.
Yeah.
But I'm
He
good
was
with
good.
A.
Yeah, Sam, I did like Killer.
Me too.
Kinemon.
Kinemon.
My favorite samurai.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, S tier. What
He's
even needs to be?
I put him probably right below Odin with his boy.
Oh man,
Yeah.
dude, when his reaction whenever Kanjuro revealed that he was the one that was like the ins, the rat, the mole. Oh, his reaction, no hesitation to cut that dude down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he really did put a good couple hits on Kaido too when all the samurai were fighting him.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. He's been a real one ever since we got introduced to him.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even remember what that's called. Punk Hazard.
Punk Hazard. Yeah. And, I mean, dude. He had a one-track mind from the beginning, avenge Odin and protect Momonosuke, That was his whole purpose for being.
Yeah.
Oh, he has never wavered at all.
He did it well.
Yeah.
But this next dude, the Lunarian
King.
Yeah.
Yeah, King.
Yeah. I was laughing so hard when he took his mask off, and I was like, of course Zoro's beating up on a black dude.
Another dark skin.
Oh, everybody knew it was coming.
Yeah.
The Zoro, the minority hunter.
Yeah.
Of all of the Kaido's guys, he was definitely the coolest though.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
And what a beautiful fight they had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, God,
He's strong. Pterodactyl.
He was strong, and I think they said he was the last of the Lunarians, the ones that had like the wings and the fire thing.
Yeah.
And all, but I know they made they're making all of the Seraphim, like I know they all have the Lunarian DNA in them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So maybe it'll open up new backstories with the Seraphim being Lunarian. Maybe they'll find out about that and figure out what their point was. I feel like they're gonna have a way bigger role in the story of One Piece than just like, oh, they're just strong dudes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Do we think that Vegapunk used his DNA on the Seraphim, and that's why they're like that?
I don't know if it was his DNA specifically. Maybe they had another Lunarian. I don't know if they've ever said anything about it.
Well, didn't they say that he was the last of his kind?
He is, but it's like in Naruto, they had a lot of people who had like that one guy Sasuke, his clan. They had a lot of people who knew about his clan's powers, had like their eyeballs and everything, and helped like orchestrate the slaughter to.
Like they could have had some blood left over from somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, it could have been that the government slaughtered the Lunarians to get like DNA and experiments and everything. Could have been that, and that he was the only one who managed to escape or something.
Yeah. I don't know if it's ever said if it was him specifically or how they got it.
Well, I mean, didn't Kaido save him from Punk Hazard?
That is true. So you're right. Yeah, actually, never mind. You're right. That is probably exactly how they got it. I forgot about that whole part. That was like his whole backstory.
I was half paying attention during his backstory. I'm not gonna lie. I remember he got saved from something.
I completely forgot that's how he got saved, or that's where he got saved from. So yeah, it must be his DNA they're using to make the Seraphim.
Yeah,
that's it. Personally, I'd toss him at like A, just anywhere in A for me.
Near top A, I'd say.
Yeah, he was cool, but I wouldn't say he was S tier cool. We had some really solid S tiers.
Oh yeah, I don't
think he contends.
We can't.
Really, I think we're gonna have to have some rearranging after a certain character comes through.
Okay. Yeah. True.
Momonosuke.
I don't
know.
The whole time Momonosuke has been a character I was not a fan at all. I thought he was a little crybaby, and. For most of this arc, he was still a whiny little do-nothing. But, at the very end, he managed to come through and and get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of Wano, after he grew up, he was it proved to be a lot more useful, not just because he was grown, but I think just because he matured.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to go from 8 years old to 20 years older.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll see him again, and he'll probably be better than he was at the end of Wano, as far as maturity wise and as a character.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought he was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And I liked that he was willing to do the whole sacrifice thing with what was it? Shinobu, the one that made him older.
Yeah.
And everything. It's like, dude could have held on to those 20 years, lived a lot longer and everything, but he knew it had to be done.
Yeah.
Knew that
he had to get Luffy back up top.
He had to get Luffy up top, and he had to become a full-size dragon and learn it. I think didn't the whole event of that war happen in an hour or two or something? It was like a really short time.
Well, it just happened during that one night.
Yeah, it was
over a night. Yeah.
Yeah, in a night, in a night he made the decision to immediately become 20 years older just so he could be a full-size dragon. Had to learn how to just become that on command, and then how to use it. And if it weren't for him, Luffy would have never got back up there. I don't think it would have happened.
Yeah.
Like, he was, again, one of those characters who was like, if it weren't for what he did, I think they would have lost.
Yeah, and he guided the island down safely.
Oh, yeah, no, he really pulled through this time. Since Punk Hazard, all he's done is just, jump in Nami's tits and cry.
Uh-huh.
And this is, the first time he really did something. I mean, when he did something, he did something. It wasn't a small thing that he did.
Yeah.
Completely changed the course of events.
Yeah, he kept Onigashima from crushing the capital.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he deserves S tier, though.
No.
Yeah, I'd say he's one of those top A rankers.
Yeah.
Yeah, feels right.
We have the old dude with the mask.
Fucking F.
Why?
Who was he again specifically?
He was Momonosuke's grandfather, Odin's, father.
Yeah, Odin's dad. Oh, this
I don't know.
sucks.
He just went into hiding for 20 years.
He went into hiding and gave Wano to Orochi and then went away crying.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was a cop out.
Okay.
Sure, yeah, we got the cool lore stuff at the end. He brought that to the table, but to me, he as a character, he's just a cop out.
Yeah. True.
He's just a fucking bitch.
Absolutely.
I mean, all respect to his bloodline. He gave us Odin and Momonosuke, but he sucks.
Oh, the best thing he gave us was his sperm. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool devil fruit.
Yeah, really.
Oh, dude, we're gonna see that. It
changes things. I'm sure we'll see it again.
Oh, we're gonna see that power again. Her devil fruit was absolutely cracked. Imagine she could just touch anybody and be like, all right, I'm sending you to the future. Just get rid of them. They're gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even think it showed how she got her devil fruit. She just had it. It was everything happened. I will say that part was kind of dumb, how everything happened. And it's like, oh, what do we do? And she's just like, oh, I just so happen to be able to send people in the future. It's like, okay. It's like, how convenient. Sort of thing. It's just like, what are the chances that all of that's going on? What are the chances there's a person that close that they know personally who could just so happen to do something that ridiculous?
Well, her initial goal, right, was to meet Joy Boy, right?
I think so.
To meet the reincarnation of Joy Boy, or who's going to be the next Joy Boy, or whatever.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. Which, I mean,
and then,
come on, that's
she
Luffy,
realized
we know.
She was off by 20 years. And instead of going into the future to find him, she decided to stay with Odin.
Yeah.
She was a real one, and she was a baddie.
Yeah.
It was a baddie.
Well, she knew, I mean, I think her and Odin always planned that, she could do that, in the event that she needed to, so that factored in as well. It's not like it was just, that she happened to be able to do that and she pulled it out of her butt randomly. What do y'all think?
I guess that's just... B for
I don't know.
Batty?
B. Yeah, put her with
Okay.
her daughter.
All right.
I mean, all she did really was just kind of die.
Yeah.
The old lady.
Um,
Eh.
she did get Odin killed.
Yeah.
That's about it. Fuck her.
Mm-hmm.
F her, fuck her. It was cool to see Bon Clay's Devil Fruit from the past, who was the user before that.
Yeah.
Other than that, I
Yeah.
didn't like her.
We might as well do the old man
She was
too.
really annoying.
He had Bartolomeo's devil fruit. The barrier. Now we got Conjuro.
I didn't see it coming.
I didn't either, dude. I thought it was going to be like Raizo, because it was like, oh, it's somebody who wants to be another person. I was like, Raizo's talking about how much he wishes he was better with women and different and all this. And I was like, he was always talking about how he wished he was different.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it was hard to believe it was one of the people that traveled in time, but it was hard to believe it would have been anybody that, stayed committed after 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And what I
I really didn't know.
Yeah, what I read online, a lot of people or not a lot of people, but there's a decent amount who actually saw it coming. Because I think the way he dresses, there's a specific name for the style he's using, like in like theater in Japan. So some people saw and they were like, well, he was dressed like a theater actor, and then they said that even like he would write with his left hand or something, like he would draw with his bad hand, but they would see him like anytime he ate or did like anything other than when he was like drawing stuff, he would use his right hand. So it's like, well, he's mainly right-handed, but for some reason he draws with the left and it's really bad. But
I never noticed any of that.
I didn't either. I never saw it coming at all. I was completely confused. The reveal for me was honestly pretty solid. It was so out of left field, and I lived for it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Cameron?
I did like how it was cool about the whole left hand, right hand drawing thing, because once he started drawing well, he got like so much stronger.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Drawings were good.
It was a really good explanation for him. Like, instead of it just being like, oh, I'm actually just a better drawer than that, he was just like, oh, I was just using my hand that sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh.
Yeah.
What do you think, Cameron?
Yeah. I thought. Now I realize at this point that it has nothing to do with anything, but I thought it was either him or Raizo, because their rescues, his rescue from Dressrosa and Raizo's from Zoe, they both felt sort of easy, And I realize now that has nothing to do with anything, but that was just what had me suspecting.
Oh, that actually does make sense. Raizo's was so easy because, he was with the animal guys, which were good guys.
Yeah.
And Conjuro's was so easy was because he was with, Doflamingo, technically.
Right.
I mean, if Doflamingo even knew that he was there, he's allies with Kaido, so technically he would still be a friend.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I personally don't even remember the rescue of Conjuro. I know it was during Dressrosa, but
It was so simple. Like, he was hiding in the wall and he just came out of the wall.
that makes sense.
Yeah, they were just looking for him, and
It was when they were in that pit.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. But I put him in S just because I enjoyed him more than most of the samurai.
S?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
Carl,
he
what do you
was-
think?
oh, dude, S tier for sure. Like the twist came completely out of nowhere, and I always liked Conjuro, even when he was like pretending to be their friend and everything. I always thought he was really entertaining.
Yeah.
From the beginning, and I always thought he was entertaining from the beginning, and then even like whenever he turned, it just made me like him more, because I was like, oh, he was entertaining for so long, and now he's just like straight. He just stands on business.
Yeah, it was all an act.
Yeah.
And it was a really good one too, because it was like his like the whole tone, character, and everything. Like, I know that was the point, but it's like the tone shifted and he was just completely different. He was like absolutely nothing like what he had been for, hundreds of hours of watching.
Yeah. And it also goes back to the other guy, because we got backstab that episode, and then I think either in the same episode or the next episode, Denjiro revealed himself as one of the samurai and backstabbed them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is another thing I really didn't see coming. Well, the part about him being Denjiro, I saw that he wasn't going to be a bad guy from the beginning.
oh, for sure, yeah. But the Denjiro thing, that was wild.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
was pretty awesome.
they'd all happen at once.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think for every reveal that I've ever seen in One Piece, the Kanjuro one was by far the best. Like, that single-handedly sticks out as the best reveal. Like, everything else is relatively predictable, or you can just be like, yeah, it's like you can at least think something that's really close to what happens. The Kanjuro one completely came out of left field for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wasn't even close. I was so determined in my head that it was Raizo for some reason. I was just so fixated on it being him.
Yeah.
All right.
Orochi. God, I hate this guy.
Yeah, we know where he's going.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude is so annoying. Like, his devil fruit, too, he's like a Hydra, but he doesn't do anything with it. The only people he kills are people who are just regular people. Those are the only people he can kill.
He almost didn't kill Hiyori. I mean, he almost killed her, but he didn't.
Yeah, I was like, Hiyori's a normal person, and he couldn't even kill her. I was like, he's just completely useless. He's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only part that made sense was when Kaido, cut his head off and he still survived. That made sense because even if it was the real him, he should have still survived because he was a Hydra.
Right.
Yeah, his Hydra cut a head off, 2 more grow back.
That was the only part that I think I liked, but that meant seeing him more, so then I also didn't like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I was so happy to finally see him die. I did not like Orochi, dude. I'd argue that he might be one of my least favorite characters of this entire arc.
Yeah. It's Lucky Roo.
Lucky Roo.
Yeah. What did he do?
He was with Shanks.
He was in the background.
Yeah. He was eating his meat, whatever that thing is.
Oh yeah, I would.
Like he does.
Yeah.
I don't even think we should bother ranking him, honestly.
No.
No, that ain't a point.
All right.
Gear 5 Luffy.
Gear 5.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, the Gear 5 was pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I've just noticed a theme in a lot of animes, like Naruto, Dragon Ball, and now One Piece too. How it's like just this god stuff, and it's like, oh, they're really strong. Oh, it's because they have god powers. Like Naruto is literally Ninja Jesus. Goku is his form has God in the name, and now Luffy's a god. And it just feels like a really basic trope, especially for like shonen stuff. How it's like, oh, this person's crazy strong, huh?
Spoiler alert, dude.
What? Oh, for Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
Yeah, Carter, come on.
Come on, dude.
I mean, there's literally a movie called Battle of Gods, and then they talk about it all.
He doesn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, it's just a really common trope for like shonen or any anime like that where it's like a bunch of fighting stuff that it's like the person who's really strong or main character. It's like, why are they so strong? And then it's like, oh, they're a god. Like you find out way later that they're a god. It's just a really basic thing that I've seen done in at least 7 different animes. So for me, it was like I liked the look of Gear 5. I liked the transformation. I liked the whole heart beating thing. The Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
The Looney Tunes-esque.
Yeah.
Right.
Thing. I'm really mixed on the Looney Tunes thing with it.
Well, the sound effects, they're just for, Luffy. But I felt like his transformation and what he can do with it is so Luffy. It fits with his character so well.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it fits him perfectly. It's just like, I don't know, it felt like it went from this real serious fight and everything to now he's hitting Kaido and Kaido's eyes are bugging out of his head. Now it's just like I'm reading, the funny pages. And I know that's the entire point. I know that's literally the point. But
Yeah. They got serious towards the end of the fight.
oh, they did. And
Kaido even still started whooping up on him.
did y'all notice the animation started to get kind of weird towards the end too? It's like I know that they were like, oh, the animation's like higher quality, but it seemed like detail really went down, so they could. It was like whenever they were doing stuff that was like high speed, whatever. It was like super super low detail and everything.
I thought it was good.
No, I didn't notice.
That felt like the animation. It's like I don't know how it cost them more money to do it because it feels like the quality drops a bit. But
I think it was that like a different. They're kind of bringing, like from what I heard, they brought in a guy that was a guy who worked on Looney Tunes to sort of try and get the fluidity of the animation of Looney Tunes and put it in this fight. So I mean, I could see why the animation would be slightly different. I don't know if it would be like lower quality. It was just weird. Trying to be as fluid with the animation and still have like a really high quality fight. But I thought it was good.
oh, I love the fight and everything. I think it's the Looney Tunes aspect of it, like turning everything to rubber and laughing and doing all the funny stuff. That's not the part that I get mixed feelings on. It's whenever it is like the Looney Tunes level things happening around everything else where I'm like, okay, that's the part where I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
But, I mean, as a character, oh, dude, Luffy was cracked. He was straight business.
I
mean, Zoro's down the list, but do we want to go ahead and open up the tier for him?
It seems like you really want to, so. Okay.
I mean, it'd make it easier to reorganize, later. Because I think we already know 3 of the people on there that are going to go up there.
3?
Well, I would say Luffy, Odin, and Kiemon would be going straight up there.
To Zoro tier?
Yeah. Well, we always put other people up there that are of equal or greater standings.
Okay.
I personally believe those 3 would be above all the ones in S.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I would agree with that, for sure.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Tier 5 Luffy's dope.
Yeah.
The guy that got one shot by Izo.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. He was strong enough to one shot Izo, but he got one shot by Izo.
Right. I don't know. What do you think?
I'd put him probably next to the other CP0 guy in D.
Okay.
They didn't do much outside of dying.
True. Marco?
And holding, even during a fight, he still was just holding his mask in front of his face.
True. Marco?
He came in clutch.
Yeah?
I think, a lot of people would have turned to those frozen, troll-looking dudes.
Right. He did use his fire on them.
Yeah.
As far as fighting goes, I was a little bit disappointed, personally.
Yeah. I know he's been kind of lazy these past couple of years, since Whitebeard died.
Yeah.
But, I feel like he should have been stronger than he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the same thing with, like, Iso. And it's like, I know Iso is, it's like, I know he at least traded with a CP0.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this was Whitebeard. This was, like, second strongest pirate in existence. Like, the only person who could rival him was Gold Roger. This is his crew. Like, this is his A team.
This is his first mate.
Dude, like, this was his first string. Like, these were his starters, and the people that they were having trouble against, I was like, there's no way. Like they should just smoke these guys.
Like, at least, I mean, not after 2 years. I mean, even after 2 years of not doing a whole lot, he still should have been able to compete.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he shouldn't have had it. He really should have been able to hold his own. Like he should have walked away perfectly fine. And the only people who should have really like stopped him dead in his tracks would have been like the emperors. I feel like all these other people that they were fighting, they should have been able to just mop the floor with them without much issue.
At least be on par with.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like the only one he should have at least been on par with would have been like King.
Oh yeah.
But I still felt like King had the advantage against him. You know, and they're both flying.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know. I was a little disappointed as well.
The Whitebeard crew did the leftovers. They did get done pretty dirty. I mean, even Iso's been like active, and when he took off his shirt, dude was absolutely shredded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, hell, at least he showed some skill. He went ham against a 1 CP0 guy. Yeah, I mean, at least they traded.
I just remember Marco, like stopping the people from turning to frost trolls. Then I remember him just getting kicked and like thrown a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like he completely forgot how to fight.
We need to even out some of the tiers. I think, I don't know, either B or C is where I feel like he would belong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, B for Barco.
Pineapple Head.
Yeah, Pineapple Head. Frankie's boss.
Yeah.
The builder guy.
The builder.
He's been around, man.
Yeah.
He's been around he's been in One Piece a lot. Just in the background. He doesn't belong with those F tiers though.
Okay.
Just throw him in D.
Okay.
He ain't that bad.
This is
being F tier, you got to do something wrong, like get Kibi Dongo to be annoying, you know.
Right. True.
Oh, getting Kibi Dongo, that's immediately except for the monkey.
That guy was just funny.
Well, yeah.
Or the ones that were on their side.
Well, at least the monkey was like an actual animal.
I saw you just threw that one at the bottom. You didn't want to.
Well, that's just the cloud woman, isn't it?
Well, when Carter was talking about it, it was the combination of the cloud chick and the fire guy. So technically, it was like full power of both of those characters combined.
Yeah, that part was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm good with right there.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome.
I think I remember the only part I really remember from the anime with that was that character going like just beating the absolute shit out of Kid and Law.
Yeah.
I think it was mainly Kid. Like Kid was laying on the ground and she was just wailing on him.
Right.
I do remember that. That guy was annoying. Throw his ass in the ass.
The goat doctor with the furry baddie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. At least the furry baddie. Yeah, let's start talking about her. Throw her in D. Next to Law. Chopper's girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. We'll throw her in D. She belongs there at least. We need to give Chopper his baddie.
Can get the Chopper D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a bad arc for Nami, but not like a great one.
Yeah, she was there.
She got Zeus officially now, so that was good.
Yep, she's got Zeus.
Kind of takes her out of the weak three, or weak trio, or makes her the strongest one of the weak trio.
Yeah, but even this thing considers Zeus his own character, so it's like it's not even like Nami literally just lets him out of the little stick, and then he does the fight. Like he'll just do what she asks.
Well, she was like swinging him around like a mace, and then he was, also sentient, so he could do his own thing as well.
Yeah. He's just there to like strengthen her attacks. She still controls him.
Yeah. She tells him what to do.
Yeah. She did show. She did show. Some gumption against that chick with the hard head.
Yeah. Oh, and then we before the final arc, we also got the happiness punch.
Oh yeah, in the bathhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I
she
can't
took
forget
out,
about that.
What was it, Hawkins? She took out Hawkins with that. No, yet another L for Hawkins.
Exactly.
Dude saw he saw Nami's boobs and went.
So he lost to Nami. He lost a Law. And he lost to Killer. That's unfortunate.
It still feels weird that it gives all these like the big mom creations their own thing to rank. So I was like, they're just like an extension of her power. She just makes them, and they're literally her weapons.
Yeah, but they are like their own.
They're
their
own
personalities, though.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Nami just.
Where are we putting Nami?
I don't know. B sounds right, but A is also all right. She's bad.
Yeah, she is.
You know, Batty brings her up a little bit.
Yeah.
But she didn't do as much. I mean, she did about it equally as much as the B rankers over here.
Yeah, she's been a little at the bottom of her game lately.
All right, we got
Napoleon. He's French, so F.
Yeah, I don't know. He was my least favorite of all the Big Mom souls things.
True.
He's French too.
Except he seemed like more of a useful one because he's an actual sword.
Yeah, he's a sword, but you know, as far as the personality goes, his is the weakest, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he deserves F tier necessarily.
He is French though. You're really forgetting the most important part.
Okay.
What is that?
He's French?
He's French. I think being French is, you know, instant F tier. Personally.
I mean, I put him in.
Okay.
Oh, you heard Robin has Zoro rank. She's a daddy.
Oh, I mean, this is what I've been waiting for, man. Like, I had this feeling that we were not seeing everything that Robin could do, and you know, she finally did something that, you know, was cool.
Ooh, just Zooey Mama.
Dude, Zooey Mama.
Zooey Mama. That devil thing she did, and how she just tortured the spider lady.
Dude, I wish she would do that to me. Oh my goodness.
Wish she'd do it to my balls. Like the way she broke the spider lady in half. I wish that like one half was my left ball and one half was the right, and she would just break them down the middle.
Yeah,
she's a baddie for real.
Dude, I can't wait to see that thing. I can't wait to see her bust that thing out again. Honestly.
I hope she just starts using hockey, because I mean, she'd be the most broken character if she'd start using hockey.
I don't know why a lot of the Straw Hats at this point haven't just learned hockey by now. Like, I don't know why they haven't even tried. Like, they're doing their other stuff but not using hockey, and I still don't get it.
That's like I think I've talked to Cameron about it. That's my biggest complaint with Robin is she spent 2 years with the Revolutionary Army, you know, with Dragon and, you know, and Sabo, and yet she never learned hockey, or at least we never see her use hockey. Maybe she'll find a strong enough opponent that maybe she'll just whip it out of nowhere. But I don't know.
Like, of course I know this.
I feel like she would have known this by now.
Yeah.
I mean, she knows of it. It's not like it's some mysterious thing like that she doesn't know what it is. She knows what it is. She just doesn't use it.
And Usopp, like, you know, showed a glimpse of some pretty solid observation hockey back on Dressrosa. And I know the next arc coming up is gonna be it's his arc, the Elbaf whatever. But I mean, dude showed a glimpse of hockey, and then 500 episodes ago, and hasn't really done anything with it since.
Yeah.
Okay, this dude, Cat Guy. Who is
this
he?
dude?
What?
He was one of the samurai.
Yeah, he turned into a frost thing. That's right. He was like the main. Whenever everybody was getting like turned into ice trolls, he was like the main one it focused on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know. F.
Yeah.
F.
I felt like the frost troll thing.
Did he do anything?
He was a frost guy, and he willpowered the frost thing away.
Oh, that's true.
Not completely.
Not completely, but he held it back. But I mean, honestly, I felt like the whole frost thing. I felt that section went on a little longer than it needed to.
Dude, the frost thing was so annoying because
I wanted it to be done.
They dragged it out for so long, and it was the same plot of something that they already had earlier in the arc with the green stuff in the prison. Queen was shooting the people with the green stuff, and it's like, dude,
that was exactly
we've
like
already
seen
this in this arc, man.
Punk Hazard
it was Queen, right?
Yes, it was Queen again.
Yeah.
Man, that whole thing was just a big waste of time to me.
Yeah, it should have been that he did the Frost thing, and Chopper's like, oh, I already took care of this once, and then he just busts out the thing, and he's like, oh, yeah, I already took care of this. I already have something ready.
Yeah.
And then just moved on. What was this dog doing again?
It was guarding the graveyard, and then it was helping the Kawamatsu get the swords out of the graves.
He stole Zoro's sword.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care for him. He was interesting, I guess. He was part of the Kappa guys' backstory, but other than that, I don't know. He stole Zoro's cool sword that he got from Thriller Bark.
But Zoro then Zoro got a cooler sword.
He did get a cooler sword, but he could have had both.
Could have been extra cool swords.
You want to throw them and see, just even out the tiers a little bit?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
This guy.
Oh, page 1.
Yeah.
That guy was another walking L.
Yeah, really.
I really don't think. I mean, he lost to Sanji in the initial part where Sanji was like trying to pretend to be the masked guy.
Uh-huh.
We saw his suit. Then he lost to Luffy, kind of. And then he eventually took the biggest L to Usopp.
He was a dinosaur thing, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was Toby Roppo. He was a part of Toby Roppo.
More like Toby Rapo because he got raped.
I mean, he was like the second biggest disappointment of Toby Roppo. Number one being the Triceratops guy.
True.
Dude, for real, the people that was talking about how great they were and how high up the chain they should have been, they really weren't that good. I
mean, the best ones went up against like the hardest of opponents, and then one being Drake, who betrayed him. But page 1 to me was like the strongest one of all of Toby Roppo, and then he went up against Jinbei and got bodied. Which is, I mean, it's fair to be honest because it was Jinbei, but shit.
Jinbei. Then his sister, him and his sister,
well,
it was like
his sister almost killed Luffy, so I'll give her that.
The dinosaur girl with the blue hair?
Yeah, she almost headbutted him to death. She was using Conqueror's Hockey too.
I didn't remember the Conqueror's Hockey. But all I remembered was them just chasing Nami and Usopp a lot. Like, it was so many episodes of them just chasing people.
But, I mean, if she hadn't, if Yamato hadn't showed up, I think she would have killed Luffy.
I mean, I don't know about that.
She almost headbutted him to death.
Well, she couldn't even headbutt Nami to death. So,
which is why I was surprised that Nami and Usopp beat them.
Yeah.
But it was also after she fought Nami after she took a massive blow from Big Mom.
True.
Yeah, I'm thinking with Cameron on, like, I don't think she would have killed Luffy. I don't think she would have, like, beat him in the end. But because, like he says, she was slamming her face against Nami, who doesn't use hockey, period. So theoretically, her skull should be crushed in an instant. And Nami and Usopp both held out, so I don't think she would have killed Luffy. I think she just got a few good hits in, and that was about the extent of it. But that wasn't the big... Like, they were better than... I think they're definitely above the F tier for sure. They're at least, like, D or
I would put her in C.
I was going to say D or C for...
I would put his ass in D or F and her in C.
Okay.
Yeah,
personally.
Yeah.
But to me, as the first person we saw in Toby Roppo really fight, she was definitely one of the better looking ones, alright? As far as, like, how strong they were.
They're going to say about how bad she was. She was pretty bad.
She was a baddie.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I said who's was stronger, the strongest one, but she may have been. I don't know, with Conqueror's Hockey. She used Conqueror's Hockey when she fought Luffy. It was the headbutt.
The penguin dude.
Yeah. Wano's crew never does anything.
They don't. They're just there.
I don't know.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just kind of there.
Yeah.
With Beppo. I think they were just they were probably part of the crew fight with Beppo.
Okay.
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
And then Ace being brought back just, I guess, for fan. It felt really like fan service that they just kind of inserted him into Wano.
Well, I mean, they were talking about
good.
him at the very beginning. I thought it was very good backstory.
Yeah.
It was a good intro into Yamato.
Right.
Yeah, I still don't think he should have. I still don't think he should have lost to Blackbeard if he'd already been like as far as Wano.
That is true. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, Blackbeard's. I think we're not giving Blackbeard enough credit at that point because it was early in the series. We were seeing how overpowered Ace was, and he was overpowered. And then Blackbeard comes in with that darkness fruit. I don't know.
Yeah,
he was caught off guard.
Well,
I still feel like he shouldn't have lost.
I mean, it would make sense that he was overpowered. He was on Whitebeard's crew. He was his first division commander.
Yeah, so give Ace some credit.
Yeah, like I'm saying, that's what I was saying. Is like he should have been stronger than he was, and then it even showed that he went to Wano, and I was like, and this dude.
Well, he went to Wano to kick Kaido's ass.
Yeah,
they had the confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool seeing him again, but I mean, all he really did, he's like, oh, I'm going to beat them up. I'm going to make it a place where you can eat every day. And then he just dies. He leaves and dies.
I did think it was funny when they first met the little girl, and she's like, hey, she's talking about Ace, and Luffy's just like, yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Straight face, no fucks given, like he's dead.
And I just like his background. It's like, oh, they get like him and his crew. They gave people some food, and he's like, "We're gonna make it a better place." He leaves and he dies as soon as he leaves. And then like after that, I was like, why did it even show Ace being here? I was like, what was the point? He just left and died. He literally didn't change anything. He just left and died. And then Tama was like, "Oh, big brother Ace." He's like, "I know Ace," and then that was it. That was the only reason he was mentioned. So I was like, what was the point?
Oh, I mean, he inspired Yamato to endure through those 2 more years till Luffy arrived.
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of the motivation of that, I think, was to show Yamato why she lasted so long.
I mean, Yamato was always like strong-willed to begin with. I really didn't think Yamato needed an excuse as to why she held out longer.
But she didn't need it, but she knew Luffy was coming. She knew Odin predicted that 20 years later there would be a pirate. She thought it was going to be Ace, but then realized after Ace died that it was going to be Luffy, his brother, that was going to be the one to show up. So she knew from the beginning that he was going to be coming.
Yeah, she read like Odin's journal or his travel journal. I was like, it could have just been that, and then that could have been what held her out. Like, there was no need for there to be a connection to Ace with Yamato. Like, it was completely unnecessary.
That's true.
That's what I was saying. It felt like Ace was just tossed in as fan service because it was like he didn't change anything. It was just like there was like 2 characters who were like, I knew Ace, and like that was it. Like everything that happened, like absolutely nothing would have been different had he not been there. They just wouldn't have known who Ace was.
Oh, another thing. He learned how to make the hats, the straw hats from the Kibidango chick. And that was like one of the big things in the war arc with the giant guy was that Ace made him a hat, like a giant hat. That's where he learned how to make the hat. So that kind of connected that part together as well.
Oh, yeah.
He could have just said
I'm just saying, it connects to stuff that happened, Carter. It makes sense. I get it. It looks like it's more fan servicey.
Bro, 600 episodes later, and we finally learned.
I still see that shit. All right, it connects. It works. It's not like it's just like out of nowhere and it like doesn't belong. It connects. It makes sense.
We had to wait 700 episodes to show that Ace learned basket weaving in Wano.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
He's like, bro, it's top
It was the
tier
payoff I
foreshadow-
needed, all right, from
Top
that.
tier
That was a pinnacle
foreshadowing.
moment in the war arc. I needed that closure.
Top
Where
tier
did Ace learn how to make those hats? I've wondered that for years.
For 600 to 700 episodes. I forgot he even made a hat. I still can't remember off the top of my head what you're talking about with the
The big giant guy that blew down the wall that sacrificed himself so Luffy could get farther in the war. That was one of his little flashbacks of remembering Ace, of why he wanted to save Ace, was he made a big ass hat for him, a big straw hat, and he was like, "Oh, I usually get beaten down by the sun, but now I have this hat, so I don't have to, have the sun all day."
Basket weaving. He can just be like, oh yeah, I learned basket weaving. Like he was on an island living.
He
by
learned it
himself.
from Wano!
Why did it have to be Wano? Why did he have to go to
I don't
Wano to
know.
learn basket weaving?
It just was!
It was complete fan service. It was entirely unnecessary.
It works!
It was unnecessary. That's why I didn't like him this time, because there was no
two really
point.
good, high-quality episodes that ended with Luffy beating the absolute shit out of Kaido. It was cool.
They lost a
115?
lot of readers and viewers after Ace died, because Ace was their favorite character, so they had to bring him back to get people back in.
I don't know. I thought his death made sense.
It did, but I mean, it was just complete fan service. People who had Ace as their favorite character, they just had to slap him in there.
Whose favorite character was Ace?
There's a lot of people. You'd be surprised.
A lot of people, female.
Yeah, mostly female characters.
The ones that their favorite character isn't Sanji, it is Ace with the females, and now it's Sabo now that he was introduced. But people like my sister, she still holds on to Ace.
Okay.
I thought I was about to say that your younger sister really likes Sanji.
Yeah, she does, but Ace was her favorite.
I thought Sanji was her favorite the whole time.
No, I shit on Sanji's too much for Sanji to be her favorite. She still loves Sanji, but Ace is her number one.
Sanji's best arc was
She just says Zoro's good. Zoro's number one, just to keep me satisfied, because she knows if she says it was like Ace or Sanji, I'd say Ace is dead or Sanji's shit.
Personally, I wouldn't mind putting Ace in like high F, low D tier, because again, he was like, his whole involvement was literal fan service. There was absolutely no reason for him to be there.
Good?
Not really.
I mean, it was all right.
He was just sat there with Tama and he gave her food and he just kept saying, "Oh, you'll eat every day," and then he leaves and dies. That's it. Like, nothing happened, nothing changed. There was no point. It just put him on screen for an episode just to have Ace again.
But Yamato wouldn't have known Luffy was coming, nor knew who he was.
She read Odin's journal.
Yeah, but she wouldn't have known who Luffy was.
It didn't matter if she knew that the guy's name was Luffy. She read Odin's journal.
It did matter. It did matter because she knew to align with him once he got there.
That Gold Roger said in the journal.
Then what did Ace have to do with that?
He was the messenger.
She would have just heard Luffy saying the things that Gold Roger said and be like, "That's the guy."
The only ones that have ever heard Luffy say that were Shanks, Ace, and Sabo. And now, once they left Wano, Luffy said it to his crew. So now his crew knows. Yamato still hasn't heard it. But the only person he heard it from was from Ace, and in the journal was Gold Roger.
His real
So she knew, at that time, she knew, hey, Gold Roger and Luffy are kind of equal in her eyes.
Dude, we already know that Luffy's real dream is going to be to use his gum fruit to stretch his cock as far as possible and see what happens. he's gonna connect to Sky Island
his dick around the world.
He's gonna connect it to that giant bell on Sky Island and then just jump off and see what happens.
Bungee jumping.
Yeah, that's his dream.
I don't know. What do you think, Cameron?
I think Ace was completely useless.
I liked Ace. I'm glad he was there. And without Ace, how would Yamato have known to align with Luffy right away once he got there? She wouldn't.
Because he's the one fighting Kaido, and she hates Kaido. That was the whole thing. She always hated Kaido from the beginning. She's never liked Kaido, so she joined the guy fighting Kaido. That's why I say there was no need for him. Everything else.
I thought it was a nice little touch. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
I like
came in
him.
your pants when you saw Ace on screen too,
I
didn't
fucking
you?
did. Yeah, you're damn right I did. Just a little
was for-
bit, because I was
it was
okay
for-
with him then.
So
I
it was
didn't
for
know he was
people
gonna
like
die.
it was for people like Jonathan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? I think B's fine.
Yeah.
I still said D.
Fuck you.
All right.
Right here.
Yeah, right now.
Uh.
Flame guy.
If
Yeah.
I hated that he said Big Mom, it pissed me off.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, none at all. Like that was ridiculous. That fight was over. That was done.
She should have been dead.
I mean, it was like the set. I guess we're feeling like how Kaido did every time he knocked Luffy down. Luffy just got back up and he's like, "This is bullshit." He's like, "Why is he back?"
I can see why he started drinking towards the end. He's
Yeah,
like, what
it's-
the fuck am I dealing with?
I can see why I got pissed because he was like, "This is ridiculous. I've knocked this guy out so many times. Why is he back?" Queen, oh my god, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in.
Yeah.
It's not fat, it's muscle, y'all.
He's like, the reason I'm fat is so I'm not. It like equals it out, so I'm not the most attractive person in the world.
And he was like a robot dinosaur too, like the dinosaur thing. Yeah, and then it was like, oh, I'm a robot dinosaur. I did like when he shot his neck out of the body, and he was like a little snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was really funny. Like he had some funny moments and everything, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Queen, he was just every time he was talking, he was just annoying, and it took way too long to get to the actual fight. And I'm trying to remember, Sanji clapped him. It did give us some more. It did give us a little more backstory on Sanji.
Yeah.
Showed him getting his Germa powers finally starting to kick in
Right.
and everything. So it helped progress that a bit. Like in terms of progression and all, it wasn't too bad, but in general, I thought him as a character because
Well,
kind of
it was also he also was responsible for two major stalling points with the two disease
Yeah.
things.
The two diseases.
Yes.
Yeah.
things took forever.
Yeah.
The first
I don't
one
know.
wasn't that bad. The first one didn't feel
Yeah.
like it took forever. The second one, the Frost one, my god, that one wouldn't end.
Right.
Yeah. I'd at least give him C. He's better. He's better than the people in D tier. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rizo.
I don't know.
Awesome.
He seemed like he didn't really have much of a presence until he started having his ninja battle.
Right.
And then saving everybody by releasing the waters of
Yeah.
of Zoe.
Yeah.
I guess.
Nin.
Yeah, But I thought he was all right.
Yeah. That
I
battle
don't
with the guy was ridiculous. With him and the
Yeah.
scroll and the guy with his earlobes.
It was funny. Though. It was,
That was how. Inaru should have used his earlobes more. Then maybe he would have beat Luffy.
no, for real. Eminem. Sky Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked Rizo, and I think he definitely belongs with the samurai. Like in terms of ranking, I just don't think he just wasn't an S tier samurai.
No. Yeah, I agree.
It's Zoro.
Zoro. I mean,
No,
It's-
you know where that is.
yeah. Let
There we go.
Let me take you
Yeah.
on a personal journey right quick, okay? So, from the beginning of One Piece, ever since Zoro was introduced, he was my favorite character, okay? But then, you get to that extended period where Luffy is like the only Straw Hat who's present, you get like Impelled Down and Marineford. And then at that point, Luffy overtook Zoro as my number one character. And it's been that way through the time skip until now. And now Zoro has regained his spot at number one for me.
Amen.
Hey, man, dude, it's like everybody else, like Law and Kid, they saw that giant blast coming in from Kaido and Big Mom,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, oh, what do we do? And then Zoro comes in and just cuts it down the middle, and he holds it off single-handedly, stopping a giant combined attack from two Emperors,
Yeah.
while these captains of other crews who claim to be as strong as Luffy just sit there like terrified.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
And even like when they were when Big Mom and the fire guy was shooting out just simple fireballs, like everyone was like dodging, Law was teleporting, and then Zoro just like one hand, no shit's given, just swung that shit out of the way.
Yeah.
Like,
Incorporating
from
that
the very
Foxfire.
first episode of Wano all the way to the end of his fight,
Oh,
Zoro
man.
was amazing.
Oh, dude, I forgot about the whole thing where he was a suspected like serial killer.
Yeah.
The one that ended up being was it not Killer, or was it Killer or somebody else that they mistook?
Yeah,
He
it
was
for?
the guy that was accusing him of it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like that whole section. Oh,
The guy next to
love
Law
that.
and Chopper in the list right now.
Didn't they try to kill him with the swords, and he just flexed and the swords broke when they hit him?
Something like that.
Or like
I don't know. He was
something.
gonna commit suicide with like a blade that has no handle.
Yeah.
You know, it's meant to be hard to use, so that like if the person decided to try and fight back, you know, he would have a blade without an actual handle, and yet he still handled it. You know, he handled business. I mean, he's got that. He's got the fight with Killer. You know, he got his brand new sword, training with Enma, nearly cutting Sanji in half, but he cut like a whole chunk of the island off.
Oh yeah, that scene too. That was phenomenal, man. Zoro, it always shows him training. Like it's always shown him like on the ship. He's just training and working out constantly. So it's like Wano felt like it felt like one of the first times where you got to see like the full extent of like how hard he's been working since the time skip.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like dude got to go all out finally, and it was like the dude was hanging in there with emperors.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, Zoro was so just in his element, and, you know, he was just, you know, going all out. It was awesome.
Yeah. I love Zoro.
He absolutely earned top tier this time. It's like you said, like yeah, like other arcs and everything. It's like I've always liked Zoro, but he always felt like he could have done a little bit more. It is the first time in a while where it's like he absolutely earned top, no doubt.
Yeah.
Sanji.
Yeah. Now from our best
Oh.
to the worst.
Sorry, one more thing. Zoro has Conqueror's Hockey.
Yes.
That's it.
That's a big one.
Yes, sir.
And he started using it.
Yeah.
Oh, and the cinematic fight with him and King. That was a beautiful fight.
Yeah.
It
Just
was.
like, I mean, it just goes to show Zoro's just a guy, you know. And then he's got like all these flaming dragons coming at him, and he's just like going at him. He's just going to town, just run on these flaming dragons. What a great fight!
I really hope Zoro's the one that ends up like whenever they run into Shanks. I really hope Zoro fights Shanks, since you know he's a sword guy too. I like seeing characters that don't do devil fruits or anything. They just use hockey, and they're really, really, really good at what they do, and they don't need like busted powers to do whatever. And Zoro just stands on business.
Yeah.
Sanji.
I don't know. A lot of people say that this was like a really good arc for Sanji. I say it was an all right arc. I mean, I still hate Sanji.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, oh, I literally had an argument with my sister's boyfriend last Christmas about Sanji in this current arc. Like, he is a diehard Sanji defender. And
Why?
he was saying he finally asked for help. And, you know, Robin came to his aid. And, you know, this was like a true character turning point. I was like, no, it wasn't. It was the same shit that happened at when they were saving Robin. He got helped by Nami with the soap chick. Yeah, he didn't ask for it. Oh, he didn't ask for it. I was like, well, yeah, but he got help. The difference was he asked for help. I mean, to me, that was like no different than that moment there. I hated it.
It just stole Robin's moment and did it.
Yeah, he just said, Robin! Like, good for you, man. I don't know.
Well, he didn't
He's
steal
still-
Robin's moment.
It was the great value I want to live.
Yeah, that was his I want to live. But it was
Yeah,
pathetic.
Cringe.
And to me, he could have avoided that whole situation if he had just, you know, left or dodged the shit. He got himself captured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't try and dodge it all. He could have just turned around and ran away.
And people are trying to claim, like, he's the fastest fucking Straw Hat and shit. It's like, he could have dodged this shit if he was the fastest Straw Hat, but he either didn't, or he just let himself get caught.
Yeah.
And then bodied by the spider chick.
Yeah,
But I got a very strong opinion on how much I dislike Sanji.
yeah, Whole Cake was definitely better. Like, I think Whole Cake was probably peak Sanji. I don't know if we're ever gonna get something that was as good as that again.
Yeah.
For him.
I still don't believe he belongs in F anymore.
Oh yeah, Wano for me. Wano was like it was like second best. Whole Cake was best for him. I'd say Wano was second best because like, other than part of him getting trapped by the spider lady, other than that, he wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
And
he did beat Queen.
Yeah, he did beat Queen. I mean, he went to town on Queen, and he's definitely gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say like personally, I'd say at least C tier.
Yeah.
Just like, again, not as good as Whole Cake, but definitely not a bad arc for him.
Yeah.
As a character though, like he still just does stuff that's just it's like how Otama for me, the whole flashback thing was just so obnoxious. And like Sanji just does so much obnoxious stuff all the time that it's hard to like rate him higher even if he does do good.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'd be fine with him right back Queen. Yeah, I'd say I liked him about the same.
If.
Finally, Snake Lady.
Yeah.
Snake
Oh my god. The
Who?
freaking
I
The
hate
biggest
this dude.
fraud.
could not wait for him to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated him so much, man.
Yeah.
I hate his power. I hate his power so much. He's like smacking his head and playing his teeth. I hate his little music thing. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I was happy as well.
Yeah.
Dude's a terrible fighter though too. I don't think he'd want to fight against anybody. Didn't Zoro
No.
just slash him instantly when the fight started and it was over?
I mean, he was getting his ass beat by like everybody. It
Yeah.
was
Dude
Zoro, he was
Dude thought he
Killer.
could. Dude thought he could take Zoro. He squared up to Zoro and instantly got cut.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Instantly.
like his devil fruit is so easy to combat. Like I guessed it before they even said it, and they said it pretty
Your
quick.
boy.
Oh yeah, so
You know.
because it was. Yeah, he would say boom, and then the explosion would happen right on them, and I was like, oh, it's probably because they're hearing him say it.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa! I would have never thought that.
Yeah.
Shanks.
Man, he just showed up and looked at that dude, and he folded.
Yeah.
I like Shanks, but I like him, but in terms of the arc, all he did was just look at somebody.
We're kind of including the kid and kid fight.
Well, yeah, we've already
yeah.
talked about it, even though
We've
it's not
already talked
Wano.
about all
S.
this shit.
True, S. If we're including the kid fight in the ranking, S tier for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd put him up there with kid.
So that was dope as shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Above kid.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he won.
That's true.
Who is this?
F tier is what he looks like to me.
Oh, I think this is the old dude from Zoro's Village.
Yeah, the one who's making the swords.
Yeah.
He was an original Wani, and I
Yeah.
don't really know what to call them. The Wano people.
Yeah.
Wanners.
The Wanners.
C tier needs a little more in it, I think.
Okay.
At least he
No.
gave some Zoro backstory that we want. You know, we always want Zoro backstory.
Yeah.
This guy
It gave
that's
us a
very
little
obvious.
Nugget.
Very obviously a Zoro ancestry, I'm guessing. is what you're gonna
Very
say.
obviously related to Zoro somehow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. Nah, I'd be fine with C or D.
Well, he fought for
part
his
of
freedom.
Yamato's backstory.
Yeah.
Yamato is a baddie.
True. He
This
fought- This dude.
the goat.
Yeah.
He was I would say probably S. He was on par with
Oh yeah.
impact-wise to Wano.
Yeah.
His sacrifice was definitely worth it.
Oh yeah. I mean him. Being a martyr. I mean it made such a huge impact on the whole country's mindset and stuff.
Big brain
absolutely.
plays, and then he didn't he pretend to be the guy that Didn't he pretend to be Robin Hood to like protect the actual?
No, he was.
Yeah.
He was. I thought it was.
Yeah, he was the guy.
I thought it was the guy with the blue hair, the one that tweaked out real hard. I thought he was the one that was doing the Robin Hood thing.
That's that guy.
I thought he was the one who actually did it, and I thought the guy with the big head just pretended to do it to cover him.
Yeah,
so
he's
that
the
people
guy with
wouldn't
the blue
look for
hair.
him.
Yeah, he has blue hair.
He was the tweaking guy with the blue hair, with the blue afro.
No, I was talking about the one that was a samurai, the other samurai, the what's his name? The one that's
Oh,
right
you
above
talking about
Kaido?
Denjiro?
Yeah, I thought Denjiro was the one. I thought for some reason I remembered him being the actual Robin Hood guy, and then I thought that the guy with the huge head, I thought that he was just pretending to cover for that person. So
I
that,
thought
like,
he was both.
I thought he was pretending. What was this?
I think it was the whole thing was he sacrificed himself because of the tattoo that people, the Kozuki worshippers, the Kozuki like clan members had on their foot. Yeah. He was like, people were going around saying, oh, they were imprisoning people because of the tattoo, and then they asked him like during his executions, like, oh, did you have something to do with this, or is this tattoo have any meaning? He said, no, it doesn't. And that was like the big moment, was like he was sacrificing himself so that, like, all those people that were imprisoned because of that mark would be able to go free. They ended up not letting him free, but that was later.
Yeah.
It said that he was said he committed robberies in the flower capital to impersonate Kozo Ushibitsu.
But he was still doing it.
Yeah, he did do it, but I don't think
he wasn't the one.
He wasn't the real guy. Yeah, you're right. He did that just so he could say that just so he could save the plan by saying it was a joke.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I forgot with Kinemon too. Before we rated him, I forgot that he saved the entire plan because he was so stupid that he didn't even understand the real plan, and that single-handedly saved their entire plan.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I completely forgot about that. They were like, "Where is everybody?" They're like, "Yeah, it said to meet here," and he was like, "Oh, of course, yeah, duh."
Yeah, I knew that all along.
He was just that stupid. That was
fun.
Good. That was good. Shinobu turned into a complete MILF when she lost all that weight.
Well, it sounds like that's what she was before she started gaining the weight.
Yeah, but we saw her all the time with the weight, and when she lost it again, she was a MILF again.
She was a bad.
Yeah.
Golly. Oh, she was. I had honestly put her either top A, low S, just for everything that she did do. And
oh yeah, I mean, she was definitely on the level of the samurai to me.
I think, yeah, she was on the level. I'd say we keep her an A. That was my opinion. I don't feel like she deserves the S rankers,
Oh, did she used her body as a shield for Momonosuke?
Yeah, she shielded Momonosuke and stuff. Yeah.
She knew what needed to be done.
So did all the other samurai. That was like their job. I don't feel like any of the.
They would have done that, but I agree that they would have done that, but she's the one who actually did.
Yeah, it's like, it's not that they wouldn't have, it's that she did. It's like she had the chance to, and she didn't hesitate for a second, and she did it multiple times. I know she aged Momonosuke so that he could help Luffy get up there, and he could, actually keep fighting and eventually win the war. None of that would have happened if it wasn't for her. I'm trying to remember. She used the right thing. Didn't she save Robin, or she saved somebody? She saved somebody else too. I'm trying to remember.
Are you talking about in the bath arc part?
I thought it was like whenever Robin got discovered by the bad samurai that were still with.
Robin saved herself.
Yeah.
I thought somebody
that was another good Robin moment.
Yeah.
She was a badass. That was like one of her clones, and like she blew up into like the cherry blossoms. That was dope.
Yeah.
True. I remember. I know Shinobu did. She saved somebody else. She did something else. She had another major moment. I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't see her doing as much as the other people. Yeah, she turned Momonosuke into a dragon, but you're putting her above Momonosuke.
I mean, all Momonosuke did was...
just looking at the people on A rank, I feel like she's below all of them, at least at the bottom of A, to me.
Okay, that is a good point.
I can accept that unless I can remember what else she did, because I know there was a couple of things she did. I just can't pin it down.
she didn't seem like, I mean, she wasn't as big of a player as all these other people on this row. These are some big hitters on A.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like she deserving of the S rankers. You know, look at who we got in the S. She doesn't belong with them. In my opinion.
Yeah. I agree that it didn't make sense to have her above Momonosuke.
Yeah. Or Raizo, who saved the entire castle from burning down.
Yeah, see, she didn't go back in the past. I looked something up. It said that she helped the Red Scabbards escape after the legendary hour. It said that her reflexes and agility allowed her to save her allies from a direct attack by Kaido. I think that was in the past. Though. I think that was whenever they fought him the first time.
That was after they had, Kaido, or not Kaido, Odin had threw the guys. Like, out of the oil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she helped them escape. They would have taken that direct hit otherwise.
I don't know. I think she's good where she's at.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Musketeer guy. Meh.
Nah.
Yeah, as usual. Random characters.
Yeah, they're just kind of they've been hanging on, they've been clinging on for a while for some reason, even though it could kind of
added to their army.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but the army was thousands and thousands of people. They didn't need to slap in.
It added variety.
Yeah.
I suppose. I guess we can talk about Rayleigh whenever they were at Pirate
I had
Island.
to hit their diversity quota.
Yeah, true. Rayleigh was a beast of the past.
What did he do?
He was just, fighting with, the Roger. Whitebeard crew. He was just in the Odin flashbacks.
Yeah. I mean, I know he was there. I'm just struggling to think of anything specifically that he did.
Noteworthy.
Didn't he fight Marco? Wasn't he the one that?
Yeah, he shot Marco with one finger.
Oh yeah, there was that, and then it was. I mean, I guess if we included Shanks and Kid's fight that just recently happened, we could talk about him at the Pirate Island with.
That's right.
True. Yeah, he saved Hancock.
Not at Pirate Island, at Boa Hancock's island.
That was Boa Hancock. I thought it was the Pirate Island, the one with the big skull.
No.
It was during the Marine invasion.
Yes.
Boa's Island. Yeah.
You're right.
He came in and just stopped everything.
Yeah, because he was friends with Boa and all of them, so he came to see what was up because something was happening.
I mean, hell, talk about a stalemate though. That until he showed up. I mean, Blackbeard had Boa. Kobe was trying to reason with Blackbeard. Blackbeard was ready to sacrifice those two key members of his crew just to kill Boa Hancock.
Yeah, and then Rayleigh came in and was like, nah, that's enough.
Yeah,
and just
like, you ain't gonna do anything.
Oh, dude, he bitched him out. All he did was look at Blackbeard, and Blackbeard was like, "Oh God."
He's like, "Hey, with the smoke, I'm sorry."
He said, "This ain't right." I guess we could, if we include that, I'd say he was,
Yes, yeah.
A or S.
I mean, he saved Boa Hancock.
Yeah, if we include that, S. If we only include the backstory with Whitebeard and Roger, A.
Well, we included it with Shanks.
Yeah, true.
I would say A personally, just because we didn't really see him do any fighting in the Blackbeard altercation.
Yeah, I guess so. Because at least in Shanks, we saw him one-shot Kid.
Yeah.
He showed up and they stopped doing what they were doing, and then he also one-shot Kid.
Right.
I could see that. Yeah.
Who is this?
I don't remember who this is. She was one of the Kaido chicks, probably a bug version. Was she the one with like the mantis arms, like flailing at Zoro?
No, I think the one that had mantis arms. I thought that there was just straight up looked like a mantis.
Judging by her goggles, she probably was one of the flying ones. I don't know. She's irrelevant. Mouse Girl. F. Fuck her.
Who's this one?
Mouse Girl. That Sanji saves.
Oh, yeah, Kibidongo.
No, she didn't get Kibidongo. She's just a normal person.
Yeah.
She's just there.
Well,
she's one of the whores.
She was so dumb she thought that Sanji was the one who hit her.
Well, that's understandable. If King or Queen was invisible.
Oh yeah, horse.
Oh,
I, mean,
yeah.
I get that. F with the
So-
rest of them.
So personally, I've never wanted to stick my dick in a horse until
No, D.
until this one.
I thought she looked
She
weird.
she got Kibidongo'd.
Yeah.
She got Kiwi Dongo'd and she was weird, but man, they did find a way to make a horse a baddie.
Fine, we'll keep her in D.
Okay.
She kept Otama alive though. Don't forget that.
That's true.
Yeah, because the other one's Otama. This one's something. I know it means like boy in Japanese.
Yeah.
Taka, something like that. I don't
It
know.
might
No.
be.
Maybe.
Otaka kind of sounds right.
I think it's Otama, but they just call her Tama.
Otama, yeah.
No, wait, no, that's the pink hair. That's Otama. They call her Toko, so it's like Otoko is her name. So they call the one with the pink hair. They just call her Toko.
Okay.
I mean, she didn't do much, but she was all right.
Yeah.
I mean, her dad died. Her dad's sacrifices made him worth S, but
Yeah.
that wasn't her.
Right.
She just. I don't know. C or D is fine with me.
Yeah.
Chopper.
Chopper.
I don't know. Again, another disappointing arc
Yeah.
for Chopper. I mean, yeah, he
Yeah, but-
saves people, but I don't know. I wish he was more.
Yeah.
He's just kind of a mascot now.
True.
I hope we get some real good fights at some point with him. I think we have a potential one, with one of Blackbeard's crew, the sick guy.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that would be a potential final matchup, so I feel like there is a future for Chopper,
Mm-hmm.
but, he's just there.
That's true.
He did do good. He belongs at least in C. Minimum
Yeah.
C.
He healed those people, but this guy,
That guy was an idiot.
he was an idiot, but he gave us a very good Zoro episode.
Yeah, that was all he did.
Yeah.
He tried. I mean, he's fucked up by trying to frame Zoro when he
Yeah.
was the actual killer.
Yeah.
that was funny.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't feel like he would have gotten his ass beat as badly if Zoro hadn't have figured out it was him.
True.
That's what you get.
Yep.
Law. I love Law.
Yeah. He popped off.
I guess
in
I
this
put him around.
Arc too.
Oh, he popped off hard. I loved whenever he did whatever that new thing was, where he like
Yeah.
shoved the lightning rod.
No, his Devil
Yeah.
Fruit Awakening and stuff.
Right.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, and he put a hole in the earth all the way to the mantle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Kid shot Big Mom all the way down.
Yeah.
And he also figured out how to do like Corazon did, was make her quiet so that she couldn't keep using her power.
Right.
That was really good.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's true.
And since we're including post Wano, his fight with Blackbeard was pretty dope.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good battle sequence.
And
Having to deal with Blackbeard as well as what's his name? The teleporting guy. Van Auger. Van Auger's a piece of work too. He's a badass.
And then
But
Law
dealing
got
with
gender
that-
swapped.
Then the guy I was talking about, that's probably could be Chopper's final battle, the sickness guy and the strong guy.
Mhm.
Turned Law into a baddie.
I mean, that was quite a stack, and Law's crew.
Yeah, that was. I lost
I
you.
unplugged my mic. Law's crew is
Yeah.
not very stacked.
Yeah.
So as for Law carrying, I mean, his crew actually did pretty decent in that, to me, in that
Yeah.
fight.
That was
As
really
far
out
as
of
fending
nowhere.
off, they did the best they could, but
Yeah.
Law really pulled it together.
Oh yeah.
I
I
they
mean-
got the
Law and Kid both. I mean, their crews are nothing compared to the Straw Hats.
He also teleported like everybody around. Like he teleported all the samurai down when Luffy first got him on the roof, and then he also teleported him and Zoro back down.
True.
He was an Uber.
Yeah, he was just an Uber
Yeah.
for that.
I got that's one of the Yakuza samurai guys that was with
Yeah.
boss
Yeah.
Hyogoro.
I don't remember specifically what he did. He wasn't as I remember him, but I don't remember him much.
Yeah.
They were all just kind of there. They were like all there during that frost fight. I think they were kind of just fighting in a big group. None of them really like stood out apart from each other.
Well, you put him above the guy who had more time in the guy who turned into a troll.
Yeah.
Where's the guy that turned into a troll?
This guy didn't turn into a troll.
Yeah, but the other guy did. The fat guy turned into a troll.
Yeah. So
he's
that
like
makes
the
him
same
lower.
ranking. Huh?
Well, getting turned into a troll makes you lower.
Oh,
Me.
okay.
Yeah, because a lot.
Well, I thought it was
of
just
those
Kibi
episodes-
Dango to get you lower, but I guess
Well,
that works
both.
too.
Oh, you did the frost troll thing. Like a lot of them, they do with the purple hair by Napoleon. A lot of the episodes kept cutting back to him just mentally fighting becoming a troll, and it wasted so much time.
So he was just a time waster.
Yeah.
He was literally just a time waste. I was like, dude, they could have just skipped an episode. If they had skipped like 1 or 2 episodes, it wouldn't have been so bad. It was just because they kept pumping out episodes and they decided to fill a lot of the time with that guy specifically trying not to become a troll. It was so focused on him. Like everybody else was turning into him, but this guy's like, I'm not gonna be a monster, and just stood there just trying
kill
not to
me
produce.
before I become one.
Dude, it lasted way too long. Like I'm not gonna lie, on those episodes I started fast forwarding a bit and like skipping big chunks of it, just talking about him. Oh, you should kill me before I change into a monster.
Yep.
Yep. We got Kainemon's wife, who is, in my opinion, the first One Piece character who actually looks Asian.
Yeah, that's true. But you're floating around sea. I just need to put it out there. She gave us the red bean paste scene that we saw many times. I see. That was the biggest negative, and to me, that's the reason why.
The
she
biggest
belongs
negative, her biggest mistake was giving
Nice.
Otama food.
It was being nice.
Yeah.
Biggest mistake was saving Otama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she also gave Luffy food, though.
Yeah.
All right, move her up one.
But,
Put her above.
I mean,
the
who doesn't
Kibidongo
give
people.
Luffy food? Shit, everyone gives Luffy food if he says he's hungry.
Put her
Sure.
The
top
guys
of
in the
that.
jail gave Luffy food.
Oh,
That's a top
well,
of that.
Top of F,
Okay.
okay. I
Yeah.
can accept that. As long as she's down there.
yeah.
The sumo wrestler.
That
This
guy was
guy-
a big fucking waste of time, too. They took,
Yeah,
they took
Bob.
several episodes of them just, like, hand clapping each other.
Yeah.
Just to
And
get
pushing.
knocked out. Just to get knocked out. Yeah, that dude. That dude's whole thing could have just been summed up in 10 minutes.
True.
10 seconds.
I mean, 10 minutes, like, show his accomplishments, get Luffy in there, and then he just gets smoked immediately. It could have just done it that way instead of back and forth and back and forth. It's like, he's going to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usopp. Yeah.
Usopp,
Like,
I was disappointed.
he really didn't do him much.
I don't know. Do we even dare put him in C? Maybe even put him in D? As far as Usopp goes, I mean, this was a disappointing one.
This was his weakest arc since the time skip, personally.
Yeah, and we didn't
Yeah.
even get to see him last arc.
Yeah, it's
True.
like all of that time without him, and he comes back, and
Well,
uh,
he did Kibi Dango some people, right?
Yeah.
F.
No, he
No.
Kibi Dango. I don't think that's
Yeah.
a negative. You get Kibi Dango, that's a negative.
Right.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think it's alright.
Yeah,
Trying
I
to
think
think,
he's
it's-
fine where he is.
He didn't really do a lot of his trademarked Usopp humor this time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
every
I don't
arc,
know, we got a big arc to come. I know he'll shine in like Elbaf or something.
I hope so, because Wano was disappointed for him. I don't even know who that is. Oh, that was
That's the
Wanda.
chick that saved the carrot.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
even then, she still didn't even do a whole lot. They still
Yeah.
got bodied.
True.
2v1, fucking lost.
Yeah.
F.
No.
F or D for me.
At D.
Yeah.
D for at least being a furry baddie.
I don't know. There are other furries who are better to me.
Chopper's
Horse.
girlfriend.
The horse.
Well, I was
Hell
thinking
no.
carrot.
The
yeah,
horse.
Yeah.
Ex-Drake.
Ex-Drake.
Undercover government agent.
Yeah.
Sword. I thought that was a good transition into what was going outside of the world, like him talking to Kobe about what's going on in Wano, and then Kobe telling him what's going on outside of Wano,
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
and then him finally trusting a pirate, being Luffy.
Right.
That was pretty cool.
That double agent stuff was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought he was a good character.
I did too.
He was fantastic. Like I said, my favorite part was definitely the double agent thing because he's one of the worst generation. He's been hanging out with all these people, and then like the other guys, he's like, oh, I'm surrendering to Kaido. But I don't know, for his character, anytime it's shown him before, it seemed a little out of character. He seemed kind of like fight to the death sort of dude, even if he knows he's not going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Never seemed like Basil. Never seemed like a sissy.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only other time we saw him was pre-time skip was when he was getting bodied by Kizaru.
I mean, yeah, he was still trying at least, though. He
Yeah,
knew
he
he
was
wasn't
trying.
going to win.
Yeah,
But, yeah, so it felt kind of weird that he just kind of bent a knee to Kaido so easily just to find out he's been relaying information.
yeah. I thought he was good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Love the double agent. Yamato, the ultra baddie, who, honestly, it's literally just hold her next to Nami for a second. It's just the same face.
No.
Pretty
Yeah.
much the same face.
The nose is different. It's bigger.
Nose is different.
The eyebrows.
Eyebrows are different.
Eyebrows are slightly different. Eyes are bigger.
Yeah.
Face is wider. Nami's is more pointy at the chin.
Either way, ultimate baddie.
I'd say yes.
Yeah. She held off Kaido until Luffy got back up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know.
I mean,
Her,
she was not only a baddie, but she was a badass when it came to fighting.
Yeah.
And turned into a furry baddie on top of it, too. She had
Oh,
two...
dare we put her in Zoro tier, or you just think she's S?
To
I'd
me,
say
she's S.
I'd say top of S at least. Because like she was a great character. I did get kind of tired of the I'm Kozuki Odin thing all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And
That was annoying.
yeah, that part got annoying. The rest of her was good though.
Yeah. It was confusing. I was worried
Yeah.
for a minute. Would finding her attractive make me gay? But
Yeah.
no, she is a woman. So we're good.
Yasop.
But he was just with Shanks.
He didn't
Yeah,
do
he's
anything.
We'll just throw him
Eh.
with Lucky Roo.
Yeah.
Just there.
This guy, he's just one of the samurai.
Yeah.
Yeah, bottom of the.
Did he get ice trolled or not?
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
The only one that I remember was the dude that it focused on forever.
Yeah.
And we're ending it on Zeus.
Yep. Last one is Zeus.
I'm glad he's finally
I'm
with
glad he
Nami.
finally picked a side.
Yeah.
I
After
am.
going back and forth like twice during Wano.
Yeah.
And he did clap back hard whenever he finally decided to be serious and help Nami fight. I mean, dude wasn't weak at all.
No.
But I mean, he's pretty much just, for the most part, he's just Nami's weapon, and then he just cries.
Yeah.
Sounds retarded with his voice too. Pretty sure it's like every time. Nami.
Nami.
Yeah.
It reminded me of whenever we were in middle school, and then one of the special ed kids would escape into the hallway, and you would just hear him you would just hear him screaming at their wrangler.
Yeah.
Like, dude, just
We
hear
got
me
a
yell.
runner.
For real, like they would breach containment. And that's how he sounded. The rest of that, though, I think
Yeah.
I don't think I see anything that I'm like, that's that gotta egregiously change, except maybe the Ace thing. Ace is the only one that I still personally think should be a lot lower because his whole thing was entirely unnecessary to plot and everything. They just they just used it all as an excuse to just slap Ace in there again because he was one of the most popular characters.
I like seeing Ace again because I felt like before Impel Down, we really didn't get enough of him.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like we didn't get enough of Ace, so it was good to see him, again. He's a good character, so I mean,
Yeah.
they couldn't have lost out on all that revenue they could have made on merch and bringing him back for 2 episodes.
You could have just gave him his own movie, and it's about his whole adventure.
They got their own like novel, like little light novel that's all about Ace before he joined Whitebeard.
I don't know why
Like
they haven't.
two volume novel.
I don't
think
think
they made it into a manga.
Did you see One Piece Red yet, Cameron? The Shank, the one that we thought was supposed to be about Shanks.
No.
Man, that was some fucking baiting, wasn't it?
Dude, it was. You even told me. I was excited. You're like, oh yeah, it's about Shanks. It's literally called One Piece Red. And didn't you say it showed off Shanks in the?
All it did was show off Shanks in the trailer. It showed off the red-haired chick, but it showed Shanks way more in the trailer, and I was so ready.
Dude, he was in it for like the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, dude, that was like the biggest fucking cock smash, man. I was so hard going into that theater, and I just like was completely. Carter looked at me during the fucking movie, and he said, "Is this what One Piece is now?" And I said, "No, it's not." I was like, "Hell no!"
I was like, "Is One Piece a musical?"
I was fucking embarrassed, man. I was like, "This is what Carter's seeing is what the future of One Piece is."
And then
he fucking asked me if that's what it is now. I was like, "Fuck."
And then my wife sitting on the other side, she's like, "Oh, this isn't bad. This One Piece is pretty good." I was like, "This is the worst of One Piece." I was like, "This is terrible.
This is the worst thing ever." My sister loved it.
It was so
bad. But the main reason she loved it was the character that was a singer was one of her favorite Japanese singers. So that was like the only reason she loved it. So she just made every reason possible to love it as the point why she loved it. It was a good movie.
You should watch it now, Cameron. That should be the first thing you do now is watch Film Red.
Well, he's got to watch the
other I'm definitely going to go back and watch the movies that I haven't seen since I spent all my time catching up.
You should do Film Red first.
Well, he's got Z. I think he's just got 3, I believe. It should be Z.
I've seen Z. Film Z.
Was there another one? Oh, Gold.
I've seen Gold.
You seen both of them?
Yes.
Oh, so then it's just Stampede and Film Red.
Yeah, I think so.
I've only seen Film Red, and I saw it before.
Stampede to me was one of the better ones.
Okay.
I think I saw Film Red whenever I was wasn't I like just at the time skip or something when we went and saw that?
Yeah, something like that.
I was
remember it was opening night and you texted me, "Hey, you want to go see Film Red?" And I was like, "Absolutely." I had tickets already bought for me and my sister to go watch it like that weekend, but I was like, "Man, it's opening night. I'll go right now. I'll watch it twice." Because it looks like it was going to be amazing. I watched it twice, and I will say there was it was slightly better the second time, but it was still terrible.
I should get to watch it twice, Cameron.
I'll watch it once and then we'll see.
It ain't worth watching twice.
Okay.
Oh, we
did that right now.
All right.
Oh, we finally did the tier list.
This.
Okay.
So was it worth it?
What?
Watching One Piece for 3 years.
Oh, absolutely.
Was it worth catching up?
Yes. Spending the last 3 years of my life watching One Piece was very much worth it.
Carter?
I think it only took me like 2 years to catch up.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, it was worth it. Like, One Piece is a really good anime. It is good. I really wish that when they caught up to the manga that they would maybe just like take a break for a week or two instead of just making the episodes stretch out, like showing the same flashbacks or just cutting to people who are just saying the same thing over and over again. I wish they would just leave that crap out and stop making it longer than it needs to be.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's my main complaint since Wano started. Was it felt like there was a lot more unnecessary like fulfillment in the episodes. I feel like they could just like I know people they're trying to keep people happy by keep releasing episodes. And in the moments where like it's those good moments, it's great. But I feel like if you took like a year off and then just came back with some good, high quality, good paced episodes, everyone would be a lot happier. Like I'd be fine to take a year break, rewatch some episodes I like to keep me happy with One Piece, keep up with the manga obviously, and then come back with some good paced episodes. I think people would be a lot happier.
Yeah. I feel like Egghead has been pretty good paced so far.
Yeah, Egghead hasn't been too bad. To me, I've read the manga beforehand. I feel like there were some moments that were dragged more than they needed to be, but they weren't. It wasn't as bad as some of the stuff we had in Wano. As far as flashbacks and all that shit goes, but there's still plenty of time for Egghead. But I thought Egghead's has been pretty good so far. I still feel if they take that year break, I feel like it would be better for episode wise.
All right.
That cover your 30 seconds?
Yeah. Do we want to move anybody?
No. I think everyone's good. I've scanned it a couple times.
Okay.
And I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. Just want to point out that of all the people on Shanks' crew, we didn't even rate them, but we still put Ben Beckman in B for not doing anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, I think it's great.
Okay. Carter, you good?
Yeah, he's good.
Okay. All
He's
right.
good besides Ace. I know he said that already.
Yeah, well, I'm not moving him. So, all right. Yet another One Piece tier list. We'll be back after Egghead, maybe, depending on how long it is.
Yeah, maybe after that. Maybe after whatever's next after Egghead, because I don't know how long Egghead's going to be.
Yeah, we'll see. But I think we'll be eager to talk about it, so we might just do it anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. See y'all later. Sure.